Why am I muted? Hello? Who's out there?
I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life, and I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking psycho, fucking insane. That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed it, dude. You nailed it. You nailed it, and you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan. There,
You
dude.
did.
You fucking,
Oh, Joe Rogan, yeah.
yeah, you did. You visually transformed yourself into Joe Rogan. It was amazing.
Welcome to the Big Rahoo, where you will physically transform by the end of the night.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
wants
with
to
your
guess what
magic
it is?
elixirs. It's a green bottle. It usually says Jennifer.
Who wants to guess what I'm drinking?
What do you mean? What's that?
Yes, I can start drinking already.
Yeah, what's that? I didn't catch the first part.
What do you think this is?
What?
What?
Are you drinking?
Yay!
Right out of the gate. Wow, bitch Cody.
Becherovka and gin mixed together.
What was the first one?
Interesting.
Okay.
Becherovka. It had Czech Republic.
Herbal liqueur from the Czech Republic.
The flavor is reminiscent of like Uso in a way, right? Doesn't it have a little anise about it? Little anise?
No, it's
Which
all
one is
herbal
that?
liqueur, so it's more like a Jaeger, but it's not Jaeger. It's like it has
Oh, I
tastes like
remember it now.
grapefruit. It tastes like grapefruit rind
I
kind of.
remember it at your place now. Before I started
But it-
blacking out.
Put some nice flavor into the gin.
Nice. Well, everybody, welcome to the big room where we find out what everybody's drinking and what they're thinking. Hey, that's not bad.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's pretty good, T.
Yeah.
So,
All right, write
what
that
is-
down. Put that on a t-shirt.
So let me ask you two,
What? What?
what
Oh,
Yeah,
you
drinking?
I need to know.
Not shot.
I'm
you
just
can-
drinking a simple little one of my lemongrass teas with some Bombay Sapphire.
Delicious.
Cool.
It's nice.
Oh wait, no, that's right. I went with Gordon. I went with Gordon's gin today.
Now,
Okay.
tell me about that. There's a couple times where what I would normally, grab for a quick gin isn't there, and there's Gordon's now, which was what we were raised on.
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't Bombay, it was
Right.
Gordon. Gordon's extra dry. It had
Yep.
to be the extra dry.
This is the extra dry. Yep.
Right. How's that treating you with your other mixes?
Good. I mean, I have both here, and I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna hold on to the Bombay to make some martinis,
Mhm.
and use some of the Gordons in the
Livy?
lemongrass.
You going Livy?
Lemongrass.
Nice.
That's what it's called. That's what it is. This is the G Gordon Lemmy.
Lemmy. Yeah, that's good. That's
Right?
good.
That's
The
good.
lemongrass.
Lemongrass.
This is G Gordon Lemongrass. What?
They'll give you some motor breath, motorhead.
Right?
It'll go straight to your motorhead.
I go right through that. Like that.
You guys are on a roll tonight.
I'm
Already.
on fire.
Yeah.
I
Put
see
up the
you-
fire emoji. Fire graphic, Brian. Do it now. Fire graphic.
Okay.
That's our fire. Until we get a fire graphic, we're just going to do that.
Smoke.
I think we have some way now that we can share
Explosions.
videos like we can have videos take over our screen. So
That will be fun.
if you download a Fire thing, you can just click it at any moment and just.
Ooh, really?
I think so. Yeah.
All
So
right.
we're
But
gonna
I
have
don't
the
know.
Demolition Squad.
I don't know if it overlaps or if it just wipes out your picture entirely. I don't know.
Entirely.
well,
It
feel free
tires
to
me.
experiment while we're on the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Big
see, I know I saw you
experimentation.
looking something off your fingers there.
Oh,
But
yeah, I did.
That makes me think that you must be
It stemmed from this.
imbibing something.
I am. Makes you wonder.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me. King, you wondering at all?
I am wondering one
What's
question that starts with what
What?
are tea
You're
drinking?
drinking.
Aha. Well, what I was licking off my fingers was a little Spanish manzanilla olives. That's right, stuffed with pimentos. Because I am having myself
Martini time.
too many martinis.
Man, you guys love the martinis. It's week after week, 3 weeks in a
Yeah.
row for tea.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before that, I was on my ginger root.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Ginger root and gin.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I'm coming back going back to the beginning, Fazil. You said go back to the beginning. Here I am. What movie is that?
That's easy.
It is easy. So that's 200 big room bucks. You told me to go back to the beginning, Fazil.
Here I am, Fazil.
Fazil?
And this is the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't remember that exact quote, but I mean, there's no mistaking Fazil.
But it's not that Fazil.
It's a different
Oh,
Fazil.
It's a different Fazil.
no wonder I don't
inconceivable
recognize
like
the
other
quote.
one.
Now you should recognize the quote. It's a classic. It's equally as classic, probably more so on a wide scale basis, but not quite as close to
This
us.
is my.
Oh, okay. Got it.
There you go.
All right.
And that was not an. I just want to tell you that wasn't a second thumb.
And
That's
and
not how I did that magic trick. Ready? Yes, I have a nail in my penis.
weird.
Is it?
Is it though?
So yeah, man, it's good to be back in the big room. I've been having great times. How's everybody been feeling? I think we just got together a couple nights ago for a private reading
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
BB has a
Was it Saturday night? Friday night?
Saturday. No,
Saturday
Saturday.
seems right.
Yeah,
Great
So-
story, Bri.
excellent. So BB, you want to tell them about that?
The gist of it is just it's a short story, horror story, first horror story I've written.
That doesn't mean it has horrors in it.
And
No,
it's a challenge. It was a challenge.
it's a contest for an anthology. The theme is that the horror story must take place in 1986. So I just created
1986.
a 1986 type of slasher character and put it together and threw together a story and submitted it. Ready for what's it, Risotto? What was his most recent name? Risotto?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Ready for him on Monday. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, ready for him on Monday.
What do you have to say about it? Did
he
you like?
loved it. Yeah, he loved it. He loved it.
Does he
was
do
like,
horror movies, Risotto?
no, not
I
particularly.
didn't think
No.
so.
No, there's one.
But he does
particular-
1986.
Yes, he does.
It's the same as me.
1986.
I don't do horror movies.
That
but
was
I love
the
86.
same as me. I was like,
Yeah.
all about 1986.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one.
1986. the
Yeah,
notebook.
yeah.
You got me with the 1986 part. I'm in. I need to hear it just for the illusions. With the
Yeah,
name.
he had good visual reactions throughout as I was reading it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'd be reading it and there's
Oh, did he?
this, where he'd be sitting there.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd be looking at me like, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, And I was like, good. That's what I want to see.
Getting under the skin,
Yeah.
literally,
So we'll see.
figurative.
So as we're talking about this, I heard somebody enter the house.
Oh no.
Just want you to know that.
Just want you to know.
He's in the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the...
Was it your dog? Your dog learned how to open doors, let herself in and out?
No, not yet. No. Jafar was venturing out this evening, but the roads had gotten a little too bad, so she turned the truck around, and she called right before I hot linked on, and she was saying, "You know what? It's not going to get any better."
No, it really came down
And
like
she can't
heavy.
Jafar the sky the way she'd like to, but here, conjuring
Yes.
Jafar, who didn't get far.
I didn't get far.
Who didn't get far?
What's
Better to be safe than sorry, though, right, loves?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice to see you, Jeffy.
Good to see you, King Ad Hoc. King Ad Hoc. There it is. Yeah, I told
There
you
it is.
that I was driving up the windy Butler Logan, and trucks doing all kinds of fun things.
Wiggly
To
fishing
which
tail.
I do the old like wee, like I love it. I'm having a good time, and then I'm barely getting up the hill, and I'm like wee.
You're taking me wee away.
And I thought, well, this is a crappy back road. Of course it's going to be like this. I just won't come home on this road. I'll use the main road when I come home. And then I get up to the main road, the highway, 28, and it is not clear. And there is a line of us, and we are driving 30 miles an hour. And I was like,
Ooh.
yeah, think I'm going to put this one to bed. I mean, like,
Oh man,
it's
bummer.
obviously not going to get any better.
Right.
It's been snowing for a while. If the roads are like this now, they're not doing anything about it. For a
Damn.
beer, I'm good. I go home, have a beer. I'm gonna go get a beer.
Yeah. God, there's a leaning cask in there.
Love you guys.
Sounds like a good plan.
Glad you're here.
Plus, you're hanging out with plus you get to hang out with all the handsomest guys here anyway.
And Ad Hoc said, plus you get to hang out with all the handsomest guys.
Handsomest guys on the planet.
Mm. She's gonna grab a pint, and the crew that she was going to get together with, they are gonna do a house party together and yuck
Bring
it
them
up.
on here. Bring them on here. Let's
Like,
break up the sausage party.
Bring him on. He's like, bring him in.
Bring
Bring
it
him
on.
on here.
Bring on the
Bring him on. Bring the ladies.
Get them on here.
How much
Come
for the
on.
women?
Get them
How
on
much-
here. Bring them on in.
You need some ladies.
Come on
here?
in. We got
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3. We got room for 7 more people.
7 more people.
You guys gotta ask, what are you doing?
Oh. Gross. But we need to know what are you
Oh,
drinking?
you're drinking. Spit that.
Or what were you drinking?
Delicious backwash brew.
You're
That
like,
was
"Oh, yeah, I got
good.
it
That
back
was
in
good.
there." I'm drinking a Golden Doodle British Golden Ale from the Leaning Cask.
Oh,
I
nice.
like the leaning cask
All
is
right,
great.
Rev's finding out now. Yeah,
What are you drinking? What's up, Rev?
the Golden Doodle.
A little Golden Doodle.
Golden Doodle.
Yeah,
That's what
leaning,
you had some of
Sounds
that.
German
You
film.
were having some of that on Saturday, weren't you, T?
That's correct. That's what I was drinking when I was hearing your horror story.
Right.
Wait, you had a horror story?
Yeah, Saturday night did.
Oh,
a
you
reading.
weren't there.
Oh, yeah. The
1986.
the real horror story, not like a personal horror story.
Yeah, no,
of
no, no.
something
No,
that
no, no,
happened
No,
Yeah, you were
go
partying that night too, I think.
all the time. Anytime,
My
all the
girl
time.
loves
I
to
love to
party all the
party all the
time.
time.
Party all
All
the
the
time.
time.
That was
Party
1986.
all the time.
It was 86.
Yeah, that was
Parties
86.
all the time.
That was the number 7 hit in 86.
For 800,
Wow.
for 800 big room bucks, who was the leather-clad artist that sang
Artist
that
that
song?
sang that song.
Right.
Party all the time.
Ching.
Sorry, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to drink it before I was asked what I was drinking.
Well,
I was just doing a dramatic setup, really.
yeah.
Well, I hope I put out what you needed when I spit it back into my can.
This is getting filthy, and I love it.
Yeah. This is gonna take our ratings up so high. It's gonna be awesome.
Can we quote you on that?
And
Can
you
we just
quote me.
take that clip of her spinning it back out of context?
With that voiceover.
Just
her
get the
saying
video.
that.
Just get the video clip of her spinning it back. Don't make any comments or any comment. Just that. And paste it to a bunch of message boards that I know about. Not that I know about, that I've heard about.
That I've heard
That
about.
I've heard about in the dark web. I mean,
That I've heard about.
Yeah.
Venom,
Mm.
web. I was thinking that we should take segments of our show and put together a little YouTube montage thingy where, how they do, like, somebody says something, it does a what, and all the different stuff, like the kids
these days.
the kids' videos these days. Somebody says something and it goes what, and then do all the little cuts and jib jabs and with all the references we make, and like you bring it in and like just a little like 3-minute little clipper does to get people to come in and
Can we pay
experience
somebody to do that
in
for
real
us?
time.
You can pay me.
You could pay the kids would love to do it if we weren't so goddamn filthy.
Did you guys see the video of the trial that had to be was a Zoom meeting and the guy accidentally had Did you see that?
Yeah, the what?
The kitten thing?
So that he can see it.
What was he doing to a kitten? Was he kitten juggling?
Don't worry.
He wasn't kitten juggling, no.
It's hilarious.
Let me see if I can find it.
Adam's gazing up at the ad hoc's gazing up at the stars.
That's nice. I like that. It's like his senior portrait.
Yeah. There, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Why is it always got to have a tongue out?
Here we go.
Graduating.
I'm graduating.
For all you guys out there in Radio Land, you gotta. This is why you gotta tune in on the video. You gotta watch us on video on twitch.com//The Big Room, because you're just not gonna get all the comedy
The face.
if you're
gold.
just picking us up on
Gold.
92.3 FM, Pittsburgh,
Australia.
While you're pulling that video
Get
up,
the
I'll
face
tell you
gold.
real quick that our kid, B Biggie, plays the trumpet, and he's in 4th grade. And last year, when he was in 3rd grade, the band director asked him to join the 4th grade band. And this year, in 4th grade, he's in the 4th grade band, the 5th grade band, the 6th grade band, and the jazz band as well.
Nice.
And he's just like,
wow,
he
Young
just
Chet
like
Baker.
gets it. And Mr. Skuretz has him in like all the bands. And there's going to be a virtual Dr. Seuss night that we're hosting for some incoming kindergarten students. And he asked a couple students to play a piece of music that he'll have, record it, and he'll put it in as like a performance portion of the Dr. Seuss night. And, anyone could do it, but the requirement was that you had to play the piece of music perfectly. You couldn't be sliding around or, wait and, start over.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Ballin decided that he wanted to do it with his friend James and James's sister Kara. They were going to play Ode to Joy, and Kara plays the bari sax, and James and Ballin both play the trumpet. And so I took them over to the Leahy household yesterday to get to the recording portion of it. And while they're getting themselves together, I jokingly said to the dad and the mom, we should do a recording for Mr. Skuretz of the 3 of us acting as James, Ballin, and Kara, and we should play their instruments and send him a video. So we did. We set it up, and we had the kids actually say the words, "Hi, I'm James, I'm Balin, and I'm Kara, and we're going to play Ode to Joy." But we, the parents, were in front of the camera, and we mouthed what they were saying. So it was their little voices. And then we played their instruments horribly. Just like, you know, and then when we ended, you know, we just stood there with like big graduation smiles on our face.
Nice.
And Kara sent that to Mr. Scaretz as just a, you know, there, put a smile on your face. He's
Right.
putting it in the Dr. Seuss night video. He's putting that in.
Comedy face gold.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Wonderful.
And then the kids
Bravo,
said
bravo.
these things. They were like, "Wow, it's amazing how much you guys look like us." I'm like, yeah, it's almost like we made you, or you're like a part of
Somehow.
us. Like they're
It's
like,
like we're related.
"You look just like us."
How
Shocking.
did that happen?
Baby batter. It's all
Here
baby
is.
For the
Here we go.
I want to see this video too whenever it's done. So you'll have to bring it onto the big room.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it
On
now.
this computer,
Are you ready?
ability to share the screen.
Okay.
Here we go. So it's this right here.
easy.
And I'll
I'm so
do
happy already.
this. Okay, here it is.
Dalton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take
We're
a look.
trying to. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It
And the-
is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
That's my favorite line. It's my favorite line. I'm here live.
I can see that.
County attorney for the fourth largest county in Texas, so it's big. And I came down to another city here, Presidio, logged into my secretary's computer, and going to appear at this hearing at 11 o'clock via Zoom. And when everybody's ready, the judge calls the case, and everybody's face is supposed to pop up on Zoom. We've all done it, and everybody's face popped up except mine. Mine was a cat. And I thought, oh, what's this? And you know, I'm computer literate, but I'm not a techie. I didn't know how to take the filter off. I didn't even really know what a Zoom filter was. She's got children, and I presume she had it there. A child had it there. She doesn't know, and I don't know. It just
And I don't talk to her anymore because she's fine.
miraculously.
Should have been fired, but
I'm here in a small town in West Texas and trying to have lunch an hour after this hearing. And I start getting these calls from New York and LA and Washington, D.C.
We want the cat man.
I didn't have a clue what was going on. And finally, when I figured out that, well, you know, it's just one of those things. It's like, what's the saying we have out here in West Texas? You can't put toothpaste back in the tube.
That's the
You
same.
know,
That's
if
the same.
it's gone out and it's gone viral, let it go. Just have to roll with it.
He's a cool guy.
It's, it happened to me. I can't deny it. You know,
I think at the beginning
I
of
hope
the
everybody can get a
video,
little chuckle at my expense today.
That's a good guy, man. That's a good guy. Take it back to the beginning. Let me see it again. The experience that he had.
I think it says something about you can't record and share this on social media. That absolutely has happened.
Immediately, apparently.
Oh.
By the time he was. What I think's funny is the kitten face looks kind of distressed.
Yeah, with his voice.
Dan,
It's hilarious. You don't know if he's getting punked or not. You know, just it's tough to tell at the beginning.
Mr. Ponton, I
Riley.
believe you have a filter
Recording
turned
of
on
this
in
live
the video
stream is
settings.
prohibited.
You might want to.
Uh,
Oh,
can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It
And
is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but prepared to go forward with it. I'm here
Is the
live,
guy
but
up top
I'm not a
sleeping?
cat.
he's just not watching so that he doesn't crack up.
There he is.
I can see that.
county attorney for,
I'm here live.
He's the
I'm not a
plaintiff.
cat.
I know.
The guy that's going to
Oh
jail.
my gosh, that is funny. That was good. That
Good.
was real good. So that reminds me of the one that I shared with you guys. I think I shared it with T. See if I can find it.
Oh.
Rev says there's been a Zoom call trending over here where a parish council goes into a meltdown over a petty argument about who is chairman. Best thing I've seen all week.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Bring it
Rev.
on. Yeah, come and hang out with us, Rev.
If you get the chance.
Get the face gold.
Do I have the ability to share a video on this?
Oh.
If you're on that, yeah. Anyone can share the video. Anyone that's in the call can share a video.
Mm.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, you have to split your screen. Oh.
There's a thing down below that says share.
Yeah, I see that. Am I allowed to share?
You got to get the go ahead from there.
Yeah, click on. You should be.
You got to make sure you click the audio button down.
Yeah, and then
below.
there's an audio button. Once you click share, then there should be like a audio button. Share audio, share computer audio or something.
Got it.
There it is.
Got it.
And then up top, you've got options for tabs or applications or whatever it is you're sharing.
Well, whatever.
Wouldn't it be a Chrome tab?
Could be a Chrome tab, yeah. That's usually what I share.
There it is. Okay. Can you see it?
Right, here we go. There you go.
Bring it up so none of this information is up there.
Okay. But can you see it?
I think so, yeah. Kara Lehigh.
And I'm Kara. Today we
All right, we're not seeing the video.
Well,
owe to joy.
wait, you can't see the video, huh?
No, I just see LOL and let's get real.
Okay. So, how about now? Anything?
Nope.
Nope. Then I'm not gonna do this anymore. 'Cause I don't know.
And
how-
I'm
It has to be like in its own window, I think, is the problem.
Or maybe if you're opening an attachment, it's an application, not a Chrome tab.
I'm not sure.
It should show you like different things you can select.
It did. But since we were in Chrome, I assumed it was a Chrome tab because it's in, well, another Chrome tab.
Yeah.
And it gave us the option of it. We clicked to it and I went to that screen, but it didn't go. When we hit
Right.
play on our screen, it didn't play on yours.
No worries. You get the idea. We were adorable.
Adorbs.
I'm gonna go house potty.
All right. So
Love
you're going to go potty in the house. Jafar, everybody.
Later, Jeffy.
Potty in the house. Jafar, everybody. Jafar. 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 Thank you.
Everybody.
All right. So let's find that thing that the Rev was talking about. What
Hey,
you
Hawk,
talking about, Rev?
want to find something
Yeah.
like that?
What you talking about? Yeah. Yeah.
UK parish Zoom call.
Also known as Uck Parish.
No.
Huh?
Do you think you can find the thing Rev's talking about?
Well, maybe. You gonna
Maybe
try?
not.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can give it a try. If you want. Do you want to?
Dinobot.
Yes.
Is that it?
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, let me share this.
That's not it.
Okay. I like the one where it's Biden playing with next to him. It's,
Yeah, that's just a
Okay.
good catchy tune right
It's
there.
apparently impossible to copy and paste that or click on that link.
we got an echo going on.
That's
Ad
how
hoc.
we Adam. Stop sharing your screen, Adam. You see that? Can you get that YouTube link in there?
No.
There's no way for me to copy it.
All
Let's
right,
just memorize it and type it in. Memorize that. V equals interesting shape 17 U I W A F O lowercase y k. What is that? Interesting? Is that a lowercase L?
No, that's a open
Interesting
bracket,
shape.
I think. An open bracket, maybe.
Very open.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, send it to the messenger group, Rev. Send it to the messenger group. God damn it.
G to the D.
I see it. You got it.
You got it, okay. I'm gonna tell you.
All right, here we go. All the way from across the pond.
Shabadoo.
When do we plan to start?
Shabadoo.
I think we could start any moment, Chairman. Perhaps helpful just to go through the same things as we went through before, which is just to encourage people to switch off their microphones because it does reduce the background.
Can we be assured that we won't be thrown out of the meeting like we were last time?
As long as we have reasonable behaviour from everyone, no one would be excluded from the meeting.
I was thrown out of the meeting. So was
Quite
Councillor
rightly.
Burkhill. So was Councillor Brewerton.
I play guitar.
Please let the
Mrs.
chairman
Weaver, please.
If you disrupt this meeting, I will have to remove you from it.
You can't.
It's only the chairman who can remove people from a meeting. You have no authority here, Jackie Weaver. No authority at all.
She's just kicked him out.
I-
Isn't it? No, she's kicked him out. Don't. She's kicked him out. Don't.
This is a meeting called by two councillors.
Illegally?
They now elect a chairman.
No, they can't because the vice chair's here. I take charge. Read the standing orders. Read them and understand them.
Where's the chairman?
We
Read
elect
the orders. It now reverts to me.
This is for a church?
like to elect a chairman for this meeting.
You don't have to elect a chairman. There's a chairman already installed. The chairman of the council.
Councillor Burkle, we've been through this.
You don't, what are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about.
Could I ask you to be respectful to Jackie Weaver, please?
I find that the person on
Guilty.
Newton's Zoom is being very disrespectful to everybody.
Oh, coming from you, from Birkenhead, that sounds good.
Wow.
Thank God for that.
Can I propose John Smith, please?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Okay. My first point is to apologise to Jackie for welcome to Handforth.
Indeed,
Sorry.
it's nothing lively in Handforth.
Yes, but what I would say is that it was a very good example of bullying within Cheshire East and the environs.
The chairman simply declared himself clerk and notified everybody of the case. And the remaining members, quite correctly, have refused to recognise that position. And as Councillor Smith says, I'm afraid there's no way of stopping him calling himself clerk. Please refer to me as Britney Spears from now on.
Right on. They're so polite in their angriness. It's nice. Like the one dude that just is like.
Are you down there?
I'm
gonna assume you're down there, Ahawk. I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, I wanted to bring something up here.
My lunch.
This is a you just got to see this.
Oh, nice.
And I got to brace anybody who has a like this might get your ire up. It's hard to watch this stuff. These Karens in the wild. So there's several channels now that capture bad behavior, public bad behavior, and I like it because it's
calling people out.
Yeah, like there was well, let me take this back. Actually, there's
Karens in the wild.
Oh, her scream at the beginning is hilarious. But this one, show you. This is a good example here. So okay, let's start it off with this.
You're in, and any evidence
this
of the contrary.
Is you guys may have remembered this footage. This was part of the whole QAnon conspiracy and just people getting sucked into that and
We
white
saw
privilege.
COVID Karens, otherwise known as COVID.
And so
why did they all call them all Karens?
That's because that was the girl that was that her and her husband held guns on those.
Oh, right.
On their lawn because we were
and they
protecting
were
them.
lawyers.
Right, that was Karen.
Yeah.
And they call bad behavior men now. I think they call them Chads or no, Kevins. Keith. They call them Keiths. So it's Karens and Keiths now. All right. But this girl here.
People. We saw a number of racist Karens. We saw COVID Karens, otherwise known as COVIDiots. And I think the most notorious one that we all remember is QAnon Karen, who did this inside of a Target.
Target? I'm not playing anymore about games. This shit's fucking over. This shit's all fucking over. This shit's fucking over. This shit's 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 over. Yay! This shit's over. Woo! Yay! Can everybody else do it? I can't do it because I'm a blonde white woman. Fucking wearing a fucking $40,000 fucking Rolex. I don't have the fucking right to fuck shit up. I'm fucking sheep.
What are you gonna do, right?
Take it off. That's what I'm gonna do. Take it off. Take it off.
She's mocking people with sheep noises
That
who
is
are wearing
still
masks.
really difficult to watch, even though it's
Wow.
here. Because what we saw was just a really unwell, unhinged individual.
But she was called out, and now she's.
I had really lost all touch with reality.
So now she's getting her 15 minutes of fame, and she went through counseling. Her husband had to call the police on her in her own home because she was so deep down the Q rabbit hole, and she admits it. And
Worst day of my life. I was having a complete mental break, and really,
But she videoed herself, so she went public. But the reason I like this public behavior, turn the cameras on the police because they act better, and turn the cameras on bad behavior so that we can see, because otherwise it doesn't get exposed. That one girl in the park who was like, I feel threatened. I'm going to call the police, and just using her white privilege to threaten a black man who was being nothing but polite and just asking her to put her dog on a leash because that's the freaking law. And then these people feel that for some reason their white privilege gives them the right to disobey the law. The other hilarious thing about this whole movement with the masks, of course, is that these are the same people that are like, I bleed red, white, and blue. I'll do anything for this country. I'll kill for this country. Would you put a mask on? Well, no, I won't do that.
You take my rights away.
Yeah, but I'll kill for this country. And I'll storm the White House for the country. But masks, for other people's safety? Well, hell no. That's my privilege.
Same
So-
people that yell "Blue Lives Matter" over "Black Lives Matter," and then they're yelling at the pigs as they storm the Capitol. And
triggered.
And after that,
and this Karen as well, you can obviously see she has deep self-loathing issues of, you know, into altering through surgery in order to fit into something that she believes would be more respected, because she doesn't obviously respect herself. She doesn't go natural with her hair, her eyebrows, her nose, her lips. She is,
and she's really
obviously-
pretty. Like, I mean, her picture without the makeup looks better than this, I think.
but she's been under the knife.
You know, I really became.
Well, that might just be the makeup, because if you look
Not
at her,
the point is that there's a deep psychological
like
self-loathing, and that she needs to buy into something to have that privilege.
Yeah, okay, so you heard her go, what, I have a $40,000 Rolex. That
get
like somehow
privilege.
gave her permission to throw all this stuff on the floor, so the minimum wage workers have to clean that up.
And dude, the Rev's on fire. Self-loathing, unstable mental health, and she's a truther. She's perfect.
She's perfect.
Yes. She is every teenage boy's nightmare fantasy.
To deal with in my life. And I had to make the conscious choice to go and get help for that, you know, and I invested myself into that program. You know, I
And
continued
a lot of money.
slowly but surely, you know, work to rebuild my life back. And I wrote a book
She was
about
fucking
it.
humiliated.
I wrote a book about it.
Really committed to helping other people escape from this, because I really believe that it's a cult. It operates like a cult in every single way, and people don't realize that they're being consumed by QAnon until it's too late.
So
I don't know, Rev. I like
It's really hard to believe that the person we just listened to is the same individual in that video. Good for her. Like, I am all about positive reinforcement. If you genuinely change for the better, I think that needs to be celebrated. Good for you.
I think so. Part of this was because it went public, right? Like, if that would have happened,
Otherwise, right?
she would have just continued with the bad behavior. Now, this person,
Public shaming helps.
I mean, you know, sometimes
Need called out. People need called out, man.
sometimes they just need called out. I think. You know?
I think what it is people need called out into realizing that what their blip of reality isn't a global blip of reality. And so when they think they have whatever privilege, it is a bubble of privilege, of security, and not realizing of how that they actually are connected to a global chain of other realities, and it doesn't really work outside of their gated community,
Right.
And or
Outside
church
of their own
group,
bubble. Yeah, they
or
create bubbles.
church group, or political group, or any type of tribe that they get lost inside and disconnected. You know, they believe in duality. All right, let's do this, Karen.
This person is literally, though, insane. So there's no rehabilitating this one. She's literally
Broken, or
literally,
she's
yeah, like
mentally
insane.
or just
She's
broken?
mentally insane, and you're gonna see.
I don't
But
wanna see that.
yeah, it's disturbing. It's a bit disturbing. So Brian's gonna like this. T, you might have you. This is gonna hurt your heart. This is gonna hurt your heart.
Great,
There we go.
thanks.
But listen to the the intro to these are always the same. This is not the Karen we're about to watch, but listen to her scream. It's hilarious.
Killings in the wild.
One more time.
There it is. That's what Dude. Oh, that is coming deep. And what's funny is she's doing it, screaming over a
What's that?
political. What's funny is that comes out of her as she has this armed guard protecting her and stopping her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
time.
Just for somehow these people they just become fearless and just feel like they have impunity. But this one's insane and highly unseated. A lot of religious talk going on here too. Like it's about to get crazy. So here we go.
Okay.
This Karen wants to help you. And Nizam and I always we quote her now, and you guys hopefully will quote her now too after she ends the stream.
I'm just trying to help you.
I'm sorry, but I don't need your help.
Yes, you do, motherfucker. You do need my help, sir.
Yeah, I've seen her before.
You son of a bitch.
Could you please just let me check out my groceries?
Fuck you. I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Wow, this is...
You got to ask Jesus Christ.
I
We're all
don't have
sinners.
to do anything.
We're all sinners.
Okay.
He's not going to force you to do it.
You're sinning right now.
No, I'm not, motherfucker. You fucking accuser. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking accuser. You motherfucking accuser. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
You motherfucking accuser. Accuser of the fucking brethren, you motherfucker. Yes, ma'am. I'm pissed because you won't repound.
I just want to get some groceries and go home.
In the middle of Wizard Bid, Simmons.
Yes.
Grab the join.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Wizard Beard. Thank you, Rev, from across the pond. Yes.
Yeah, I've
Yes,
seen
the
it. I've
ancient
seen
land.
I've
Hey,
seen
Rev,
this.
what are you doing?
What is that? You got something? That looks like delicious. I don't know.
Just
It looks
a bit of red
like.
wine.
Oh,
Wait. That's
you got red
what?
wine. That doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense until we
What?
ask why.
Are you
Yeah.
drinking?
Now.
So
I'm
what
not
is
giving
it?
a spoiler away, so but red wine. It's just a
Oh,
mill.
now
red
it makes
wine,
sense. Now we
nice.
can. Okay, yeah.
It all now it all ties together now. It all ties together.
Ooh, what do you got there?
Ooh,
El
and
Diablo.
El Diablo. Del Diablo.
Oh, Calistro.
Is there some
El-
kind of
El
spice to it?
Diablo.
Is there some kind of
Demon? Spice girl?
I don't really. I'm not a connoisseur of wine. I'm not one of them people that when you're at a restaurant, you go through a wine menu,
right?
And
Smell it and
you
roll
know,
around and demand. Make
to
it
me, $5 wine is the same as $60 wine to me.
You're right.
The end result's the same, isn't it? So
Garçon, will this get me drunk?
Will this get me drunk?
That's
Could
the
I
bar.
have 6 of them, please?
Yes. Line them up. Open them up so they breathe.
I just before we went on the on streaming tonight, I watched there's a guy called Greg from How to Drink. He has a page called How to Drink on YouTube. He has a Twitch stream too, and I just watched him. He has this thing called the Drink Matrix that he'll do, where he gets different types of the same type of alcohol,
okay,
for cocktails. Like, for example, the one that I watched was he would buy like different brands of bourbon,
okay,
and then different brands of vermouth.
Okay.
Line them up on one side of the table on a horizontal line. Line the other ones up on a vertical line, and then make cocktails with the same vermouth in every bourbon. Then the next vermouth in every bourbon.
He's drunk by the end of that tasting.
Well, the thing
man.
was, the one that I watched, he does it normally, but normally it's like 3 or 4 different combos. So he doesn't drink the whole drink; he just takes a taste of it, So normally he winds up with like 12, 16 drinks. He takes a mouthful of it, maybe half a shot to a shot, something like that. So he wants maybe 8 shots over the course of a show. And he was like,
He
all right,
swallows
today,
it?
yeah, he swallows it. At least he did prior to this one from February 5th. The show was on February 5th because he had 7 different bourbons and 6 different vermouths. So he made 42 different Manhattans. And then over the course of the next 48 minutes, he took taste of all of them. And he prefaced it. So when the video starts, he goes, "Okay, everyone, the video that you're about to watch is a mistake. It's a mistake. I hadn't really done all the math and thought about, hey, if I take more than my standard sip on anything, I could wind up with a whole ounce. So I might have done as many as 42 shots. You know,
Oh.
and he goes, and you can see it's definitely an issue by the end of this video. I want to promise everybody I'm not doing this again. I'm planning on buying a wine taster spitter bucket. Because
that I can
can't-
drink tomorrow after.
Yeah.
it's done.
And he's like, I totally appreciate everyone being concerned about my health. I trust you. I'm not going to do this again. It was a mistake, but here
sounds
you go.
awesome.
Here you go.
That's
It
my
dude,
kind of reality TV.
it was 47 minutes of enjoyment. It was
Yeah.
nice.
That's more than Disturbed Karens.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
kind of reality TV.
He enjoyed himself the whole way through, man.
Great.
Yeah, and mostly was able to give reasonably articulate reviews of each of the different mixtures. But apparently, that's his thing. He likes to do drink matrices. So
What's it called again?
a drink matrix.
Oh,
Yeah.
but what's in the name? All right.
Yeah, it's literally just a matrix. Are you showing us something, Alec?
Yeah.
Or are you still accidentally sharing your screen?
No, just a little clip it here, little clip it. Here's our top friend across the pond.
Right?
Did you ever hear this one? Is this
Yeah, I know
popular?
about UB4.
Yeah. But this is a cover, by the way. They did not write this song.
No, they didn't. They just had the most popular version of it.
Mm.
I guess.
Okay, that's good.
What was the song before this? I ended up with Columbia House cassette of UB40 because there was one song that came out prior to this that had merit. What was their first U.S. hit anyway? I should research that.
I don't know.
I
Hey,
remember,
Rev,
like-
at some point, if I don't know if it may be later tonight or maybe tomorrow at some point. I was you weren't around, right, for me reading my beta story, my horror story.
No, he didn't.
Was I not wrong? I was. You read something. Maybe it wasn't. I think it's something you already published. I think you read.
It wasn't a horror story. He wasn't.
Yeah, it's more of a fantasy thing you read.
Yeah, I just wrote a horror story last week for an anthology and read it. No, I can't stream it. That's part of the guidelines for submitting to the anthologies. You can't stream it over any kind of thing. But I've been looking for beta listeners to listen to a read and give feedback on is it horrifying or horrible? You know, and
I'm happy to check that out for sure.
Yeah. Cool. I'll ping you either at some point, and we can hook up and not even worry about streaming it. Just
You're gonna enjoy it. BB, I must tell you. Okay, first of all, huge audience that's watching,
right?
in future reality. The Monk does not do horror films. I don't integrate that in my subconscious or my consciousness at all anymore.
Right.
Before in the past, yeah, it was very fascinating to me, but on the cerebral end, like Millennium and different things like that. Yeah, but I never did slasher films. But Seven, of course,
right,
is considered to me a horror film, but it's that cerebral, and I would say that BB's is setting himself up into that realm of the horror film of the cerebral end of the
uncomfortable
twisted mentality that is making these acts occur, that it's not just a Karen or a Keith, that it's somebody that is on that Kevin Spacey level.
It's not a Jason or a Michael.
No. But I do want to say something to you, BB, that it did affect my sleeping pattern that night.
Nice.
It did.
That's music to Bry's ears.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. He's the Freddy Krueger when it comes to that. He loves to get into people's subconscious. and control.
Well, if you're right, I mean, I'm not a huge horror movie fan either, and having never written a horror story before, I definitely wanted to try to walk a certain line.
Well,
and like I said, I was hoping I was onto something when I listened to that song mentioned in the story, and I listened to it thinking of the imagery, and I myself got sick to my stomach, and I thought, well, that can't be good. Or is it? No, wait, this is exactly what I want.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Rev, you have something, and World, you have something to look forward to. But
I'm
Rev,
hoping it gets picked
you
up.
first.
I'm hoping.
You first, Rev.
Yeah.
You will be your dream, your subconscious comfortable zone will be affected as well.
Well,
It's
it'll
good.
take a lot to scare this subconscious. So
Right,
Right
nice.
on. It's already damaged.
yeah, long damage.
Brian damage. All right, 12,000 big room bucks. What is that? Brian damage.
I know that one just from the accent.
Uh-huh.
Do you?
Do
you?
Brian.
To Rev, he's like, what do you mean? Everybody sounds like that around here.
It's a normal day.
He was their landlord's cousin. That's all I'm going to say. That's my hint. That's my tip. And this was a sitcom. Not apparently in the UK. Anybody? Bueller?
Well,
You don't know it either, BB.
No, I know it, but I don't think there's many people here to.
Right. Okay. So write in, send us a letter, self-addressed stamp envelope to The Big Room at The Big Room, Post Box, Big Room, and we'll see if we get it.
By the way, I think Rev was onto something too with his attempt at autocorrect on the. Yeah,
it's a joke I use quite often when people start talking about conspiracy theories, and then I just always throw it, because it seems to be a popular topic of discussion these days. So I just drop in. Do you think 9/11 was a hand job?
All right,
And gets a few laughs each time.
Throw in rim job every so often.
Yeah, rim job, rim job.
Yeah,
mix it up a bit.
Yeah, mix it up a little bit.
Depends on the audience.
Do you think it's a rim job? I mean, rim side job. I mean, inside job.
Hey, it makes for a very complex,
right?
evening.
Right.
It's a very multi-layered joke, It's
Yeah.
very meta.
Right.
It takes an intellectual to dissect that joke.
Yeah.
An intellectual perv. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta know your audience. You gotta know your audience.
You gotta know your lover.
Yeah.
You gotta know the perversion of your lover audience.
Yeah, that was my great lesson years ago at the party with T, and when I did not know the crowd, and we were in the hotel. We were in some hotel room partying, and I pulled out somebody said, "Oh no, I'm pretty sure she's a virgin," and I said, "Oh yeah, is that where she learned the trick was the carrot up her ass?" And everybody just I swear somebody I heard a record scratch and the music stopped. Man. like there were 18 people in the room and it just everybody's happy except for Todd. He's laughing.
Like this.
And I said, huh? And T just looked up for the phone. He's like, I was right. Yeah. It was really the most uncomfortable reaction to a joke that I told ever in my life. I was like, "Oh, okay, gotta verify the crowd before you pull out that joke."
This is what it means to know the room. Okay,
That's what I tell my
it now,
kids all the time, man. I told them that all the time, man. It's like, man, you got to know the room. Like they'll be busting out jokes around their grandmother. And who is her one of her quotable quotes is, "Monk, your sense of humor eludes me."
Yeah, that's.
So now the monk's children are doing jokes, and I'm like, Know the crowd, man. You just gotta always know the room, sense the room, know your crowd, know your audience, and then let it fly with a carrot in your ass.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't give them that part of the story yet.
No, not yet.
But BB, that's funny, dude. I remember that in a way, and that was a UPJ thing. Right?
Yeah, it was UPJ. It was early '90s, I think, and
yeah, that was. I think it was a hotel room party after the airing of D&D.
I don't know. I don't even know how the fuck I was. I don't know where Adam was. Adam wasn't there. He might have left already, or he might have been down south.
He might have left already. I think he left already. That was with. I remember what happened to me that night.
Really?
I stuck around, and yeah, let's drop it. I remember that night, by the way.
Yeah,
and yeah, you and I were the only really two people in that room as far as I was concerned. You know what I mean? Like, as far as like perpetuating the evening of haha. You know, like yeah. I'm really not surprised that everybody was like,
what?
It was a pretty dark. It was a dramatic joke. Let's say that.
It was perfectly timed, though. It was perfectly timed.
It was on point, yo. It was on point. But this was the 90s. People weren't exposed to that yet.
Yeah, to the ass carrots.
South Park had barely begun.
Ass carrots and ass milk and
yeah, they weren't exposed to the internet horror of hilarity.
Right.
Anyway, thank you for that memory.
Yeah. Rob, what are you making some beats over there?
But I'm just finishing up and bouncing. Yeah, I sent you over a video. Just I think was it the riff?
Yeah, it was hard to hear. There was a lot of room noise, but it was heavy rocking.
Yeah.
Now I gotta ask: was it a loop that you were working underneath, and did you take portions and loop it, or was that live and then you were doing stuff to it?
It was live, so it's just live drums topped on top of live bass and guitar. It's quite difficult because like the drum takes are obviously not meant for the riff that I've written, because these drum takes were recorded like years ago. I just like I have quite a few hard drives stacked up here, and in each one it's just got like a load of different samples and whatnot. So I just pull from that, and it's quite hard because you spend hours just going through drum loop after drum loop after drum loop until you find the right one. But yeah, so it's just all that layered on, and there is a lot of room noise because obviously it's recorded in here, so
yeah,
it's not ideal, even though I've got the soundproofing and whatnot.
But you would be able to share that direct now that you're in the big room, right?
I can try and share screen, but it didn't work last time.
You would have to bring it up in its own, in its own tab. As long as you open up a new tab in Google, and then you can access your Google Drive, you can do it. You do it from a Google Drive. You open up. I'm assuming you have Google.
I don't have Google Drive, no.
You don't have a Google account? You don't have like?
Well, I have a Google account, but I just hardly ever. I only use it to sign in to apps. Like I never really use it as my main hub.
If you have a Gmail, if you have a Gmail account, then you just click on the little squares up in the corner, and then one will say Drive, and you have like a full, whatever it is, like a gigabyte, 5 gigabytes or something like that, free on the cloud storage.
It might be 10.
And then so there's a little go to your Gmail, and then once you have the Gmail open, there's little squares up in the corner, up in the right hand corner. Click on that, it'll show you all these different options. One of them is Google Drive, and you have it for free. And then you can just drag it to there, open up a new tab, and then that'll be shareable.
Nothing's for free.
Nothing's for free.
Well, you have to give up.
They want your soul.
You have to give up your ass carrot.
Scented. It can't. It got to be a scented ass carrot at that point. That means used.
That's my engagement ring. It's going to be 12 ass carrots.
Yeah, you know, you can send those over to vending machines in Japan. Scented ass carrots.
Ah! Oh my
Yeah, there's
god!
a good marketing. I think it's like, what is it, like 15 cents per ounce?
Per
BB?
ounce of ass carrot, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it right on your cell phone.
The kids will buy it and dare each other to eat it. Eat the
The
American ass
businessmen.
carrot! I dare you!
There's no daring. It's a fight. They fight over it.
They fight for it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
they
a fight
want
for it.
it.
Yeah.
They want it. Now
It's like
that's
fighting
all the
for
little
wish
Japanese
bone.
girls that want the man ass carrot. American man ass carrot. It's a role reversal. You know, in
You know what? It's weird. You throw the word "man" before it just gets disgusting all of a sudden.
It gets
Only to you. Only to a certain percentage. The hetero percentage, apparently.
Yeah. Still, I don't know. I don't even know if anybody's into man-ass carrots.
Instead of boy-ass carrots?
Oh.
Male?
No. No.
No, it just doesn't
This
work.
is going- this
going the wrong
Wait,
direction.
This is just getting worse.
Okay.
Just kidding.
All right.
In Japan, I mean, there's a funny meme that's like super villains in every other genre, but in Japan anime, it's these little schoolgirls, you know, and then they have these maces and shit, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are the evil characters.
BB's like,
You
oh
gotta
yeah.
look out for.
I remember making the Comic-Con air.
I was gonna go here.
Yeah, I remember making the Comic-Con anime room one night at like 3 in the morning.
Wow.
3 in the morning, made them watch an anime that I had purchased at the convention earlier that day. Called, I want to say S&M Dungeon. I don't remember.
Wow.
And they did, and about 10 minutes in, the dude that ran the room was like, "Hold on a second." And he got up and like shut and locked the door behind us. He's like, "I can't have anybody come running in here."
Wow, but they continued with it.
They continued playing at no point that I think he just locked us in this room. I never thought, like that never occurred to me because I had been drinking since Thursday. And
not since 8 or noon.
No, it's just Thursday. I got your stream. I got your stream here, Rev.
See if it works. It might not work. I don't know. Give it a try.
All right. I'm gonna mute
Good
my
job on
mic.
being tech savvy, though, Rev. Good job.
Mute the mic so we can hear it.
Is that coming through?
No, it was, and it seemed to go away.
Right, give me a second.
I heard some like shaker or something at the beginning.
No.
BB, I remember who was Apollo Smile.
Yeah.
Apollo Smile. We got to talk about her. I wonder where she is now.
You know what? It wasn't that long ago that I looked her up for some reason.
Oh yeah. It's real faint, Rev.
Is it not working?
Nah.
I think it's my computer. We tried before.
I think it's your Google.
It's your Google.
Donga Google.
Dongle. Sweet dongleberries. Yeah, Apollo Smile. You know, have you heard of Apollo Smile?
Nobody has.
Nobody's heard of
Follow my screen. Follow my screen.
Apollo's screen.
That's Apollo Smile.
There you go. Apollo Smile. That's her now in the gray hair.
No, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's her now.
That's her. Many years later.
No, 12 years later. So Apollo Smile was she advertised herself as living Japanime, right? I guess, and but she was like a singer,
right?
She had a band, and she would perform and sing her songs at comic book conventions and work the nunchucks and point her guns at the crowd like a fembot.
I mean, that's a great idea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But she was She had the big eyes. I mean, like that was her natural face. If you go to the one where like her face is half Japanime, yeah,
Right
that's,
next- right
there
next-
it is.
There you go.
Yeah. I remember getting drunk out of a shot glass that had that image on it, right?
Yeah. I think we had. I think we
You
had
guys have
purchased-
some shot glasses with this on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still have one. I think I still have
Awesome.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
From 1998.
98.
Could have been. I don't know.
That's awesome. So where
we have
are
a great
you
picture
now?
of her. We have a great picture with her
Yeah.
of her kicking me in the throat
Oh, that's right.
and
She's
slitting
fucking me
tongue.
up somehow.
She's dragging a knife across your throat.
Oh yeah, good for her.
Wow,
A sigh.
that's
It was a sigh.
Yeah, it was a side dagger. Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
for her.
nice.
She fucked us up.
Now she sounds great. What a fun girl, huh?
Yeah. She had good balance because she was able to get her boot right up on my neck in the chair without stand on one leg and at the same time
Dragon Con photo album.
get ready to stab T in the neck with the side.
Yeah, she destroyed us. And then years later, her shot glass would destroy us.
Yes.
So she had a good thing.
And I was right. I remember she totally covered me in glitter at her show. She had the show, like she did a show where she came down the aisle and then she spun around and threw this glitter up in the air, and I was right dead center.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
you're not getting that off. That glitter was showing up. Stripper glitter shows up for weeks.
Glitter. Yes, indeed.
Oh, it was there
I'll
forever.
call you out. So, is there nothing on? Oh, yeah, there you go.
Where's
Is there
she at
anything
now?
on Instagram or anything like that?
I thought I saw a Twitter on her. Let's see if we can find it. Hashtag Apollo Smile. There we go. Some D&D Beyond references.
To people talking about her, but not. Go to like Instagram or something like that.
Yeah, where is she today?
This is again 1998.
To the Sci-Fi Channel's Anime Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
We are rocking your world with the hottest craze in entertainment today. It's a Japanese take on animation called anime. I'm the live-action anime girl and your guide. My name is Apollo Smile. I love tonight's movie. It's a classic intergalactic adventure, Galaxy Express 39. The story is based on the comic book or manga created by Leiji Matsumoto. He's also the creator of the series Star Blazer. All aboard, everyone! The Galaxy Express 39 is about to leave the station.
That's hilarious. Like all those things she's like explaining. Now it's like, why would you say that? Everybody knows that. Why would you're woman-splaining? You're manga-splaining to us.
That's a dope pick right there.
That is not really her, but yeah, it's a dope pick. There, the Kiku.
Oh, I need to go to Japan.
Yeah, bring your donga carrots. Your mansplained carrots.
Yeah, the last thing that I see her actively doing was in 2006.
Okay. Should have been 8 years after.
She returned to her hometown because her mother became ill.
Ooh.
And the move brought her career back to dance and choreography.
Mm-hmm.
She has since got a job as a dance teacher at the New Haven Ballet.
New Haven, Connecticut? New Haven, Pennsylvania?
Looks like Pennsylvania. She studied at the
New Haven
University of the Arts in Philadelphia. And
here you can follow along. You can be in the Order of Apollites.
Oh, Apollites.
Apollo Smile fan club, a fan site. Singer, songwriter / stunt woman / dancer, actress, voice of Layla, Child of the Sun, live action anime girl.
Does that say 5 following, 3 following?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's
What,
not a lot.
what platform is that?
Let's make it 6. Bing.
Boom.
Hello.
Bang.
All right.
That
Talking
just
about
happened
you,
in real time.
girl. You had an
Apparently,
effect on us.
I don't know why it's not going up, but
I don't know, but it did 5 and 4.
with the real.
All right. Talking about you. You affected us. You affected
Right.
BB's mind.
Yep.
Affected the monks.
And by the way, you can follow me at King Ad Hoc. Follow me at King Ad Hoc on Twitter.com. It's @King Ad Hoc.
Nice. Nice. All right. That's good. So how about these impeachment trials? I know nothing about them. And that makes me happy. Ching.
Right.
It's a shit show.
Good.
It's ridiculous.
All right, let's not talk about that. Let's
Yeah,
just
'cause it's not
let's
gonna-
just
it's
let's
not
just
gonna-
believe. Oh, bye, Ad Hoc. Let's just know that they're gonna go forward in a very progressive manner of an intellectual pursuit of impeaching a dumbass motherfucker. Okay, good. Thank you. So what's been up, Rev? Excellent. What's up, BB? And where'd Ad Hoc go?
Remember Ad Hoc disappeared last week?
Yeah, he do that. He's magic.
Yeah. I don't know, he just disappeared last week. He was like, Bink, I'm gone. Oh, boy, I think he's back.
Oh,
there he is. Hold on.
by the beard of BB. Wizard beard.
Wizard
Ad
beard!
Hoc. Yes. Yes.
I accidentally kicked myself out, didn't I?
Yeah,
have,
good.
yeah.
It's classic. Good.
Classic Ad Hoc.
So what's going on across the pond?
Not a great deal again, really.
Excellent. That's good.
Yeah.
What's
Still
America
waiting.
doing for you guys over there?
Is anybody watching any of the impeachment trials over there for Donald?
No,
Or is that show
it's-
over?
Yeah, it's over now. Now that Trump's
Yeah.
gone, you've got Sleepy Joe, and he's
Right.
not great for ratings, is he?
No.
At least Trump gave you something to talk about, whereas Biden, at the moment anyway, I very much imagine at some point Biden will give you something to talk about. But yeah, it's kind of taking a massive back burner now, and people are just very focused on COVID and when things can return to normal, if they return to normal, and what that kind of timeline looks like moving out.
What do you think about all the riots that took place? We mentioned them in the Netherlands last week. There were riots in the Netherlands.
Yeah, that broke my heart.
Did that make the news
Yeah.
over there in Britain? You guys talk about
yeah, there's. I think there's riots in most places at the moment in regards to COVID and people kicking back against the lockdowns, especially in Europe. I think it's a natural byproduct of what's going on. To be honest, there's a lot of people frustrated. People find themselves out of work. So there's obviously going to be a lot of anger. I can very much envision that it could get worse over here in the UK in particular if come April we're still not out of a lockdown, and they don't extend the furlough scheme, which is basically keeping people's salary who can't work from home or can't work in wherever they're at. If that goes and there's no kind of anything in its place or it's not extended, then yeah, I can imagine that it's going to be a bit of a shit show moving forward.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a huge portion of the country out of work and out of pocket. So, and I think that's where we're getting to now. I think that's what you're seeing in Europe as well, is that it really is at that kickback point. And I think it's kind of inevitable when you keep people corralled indoors for so long, take away, their sociability and their conversation. The mind starts to, you get angry, don't you? And you kick out. I found during lockdown, I've really resorted back to kind of like a child, maybe more of like a teenage like mentality. I feel like I'm kind of 14, 15 again in terms of you can't
That's
really
just 'cause
go
you're hanging out in the big room, though. Actually, that's just
out,
a
you can't go to
byproduct
bars
of
and you can't go to clubs.
Right.
It's actually a byproduct of
Yeah,
the big
well,
room.
that's the best thing to come out of all, isn't it? But yeah,
Even though we're fucking older than you, you're talking to 3 Peter Pans over here, so the fucking age doesn't matter.
Peter.
There
Peter's
you
got
are.
kids.
Yeah.
We're 14
we
and
just watched
15
that
when we
movie
hang
with our
out. Like
children.
that's what it is, man.
That's a great movie, dude. I love that movie.
Just showed it to them on Saturday. They loved it.
I
But
love it.
they we'll get into that another time. But I want to get back to what the Rev was talking about in lockdown and what it does to the individual. As far as there are certain things that.
What's up, TT?
Hey, TT in the house.
All right.
Right on. So right on. Oh, go.
I'm gonna get a line.
Magic
Excuse
sister.
me.
She had some magic moments happen not long ago. She shared with me. Maybe she'll share it with us in the big room tonight. It was pretty freaking Xanadu cool. But I want what I was saying is so what the Rev was stating is what it does to the mentality in lockdown, and does it bring you back to a younger mental mindset, especially if you are single, in some ways. And so my guess is that a social aspect, right, is that it kills the child in you in some fashion, where in order for you to survive, you have to suppress your young mind of creativity and juvenilness, and in that aspect comes not knowing how to take care of yourself properly, and you start living on mac and cheese and hot dogs
and $5 wine bottles
and $5 wine bottles because the parents are away for a weekend.
That's what it feels like. It feels like the parents have been away from a very long weekend.
Right. And so how do you harness that power is what I'm saying. It's like a lot of us are getting back into the things that brought us bliss and joy, and people are playing again, and some people have forgotten how to play.
And if you forgot how to play, then you go and then you're fucked.
Play, Peter. If you've forgotten how to play, you're fucked. And you become Peter Banning instead of Peter Pan.
T never forgot how to play. So for him, he's like, this is kind of blissful. Like I'm in my studio all the time.
This is the most productive week I've had. In the last 5 days, I've been so productive. I've actually remembered how to play. I'm like eating like pretend food again at the table with all of my fucking lost boys.
The project, my audio project, it was like, again, right at the beginning of it, like, it's March, April. And I'm thinking, man, like what matters? Like, what do I, oh my God, I can set up my studio again. And 5 years later, I set up the studio, and in a month created like all that stuff. I was talking to Maria last night, and I was like, I started that in November, and she goes, no, I think it was later than that. I looked up the date. It was December 11th that she commented on my post. And by January 14th, like 1 month later, I had half the album done, like 5 new songs done in a month.
That's the childhood.
I watched speaking. I just watched the sequel to the Lost Boys.
There was a sequel to the Lost Boys?
There were 2.
Oh, the Frog Brothers involved?
Yes.
Okay.
The Frog
I remember
Brothers.
seeing the second one in the theater, and I didn't like it.
The second one was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second one was terrible.
I don't know.
Third one, a bit better. Definitely more in the originals mindset.
How did we jump to this topic, BB, by the way?
Very good acting in the first one.
What's that?
How did we jump to this topic?
Because you mentioned Lost Boys. In the hook reference.
Yes, hook reference. Gotcha.
Yeah. There's the Lost Boys. There's one called
Any of the
Tribe.
Coens involved?
Yeah. In fact, the second one, Corey Feldman is in the
Rev
second
may have
one.
never heard of the Lost Boys. You realize that, right?
No,
I'm familiar with the Lost Boys.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Everyone's familiar with the Lost Boys.
You had a poster of the Lost Boys in the
That
big
was a
room,
long
right?
fucking
Yeah, I
time.
think K-Rock still
Karen-
owns that poster. Yeah.
Awesome. It was in plastic. It was covered. It was
Yeah, the first sequel called Lost Boys: The Tribe starred a bunch of people, and Corey Feldman as Edgar Frog.
Nice.
And he's just kind of a secondary kind of character that shows up, and the rest of the people are kind of the main people. Although it does start out with Tom Savini in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Pittsburgh's Tom Savini.
Yeah.
Got a little clip here if you want to see it.
We don't.
Oh, we don't.
No.
Yeah, you do, motherfucker.
Is it a clip of Tom Savini
Yep.
on the beach?
Yes.
Rev,
Yeah.
Rev, do you know who Tom Savini
the
is?
hot-
Have you
and
heard
the
this name, by the way? Tom
What's
Savini, at all? Are you familiar with the name Tom Savini?
No.
No.
My Tom knowledge goes as far as Tom Hanks and Tom Selleck.
Right.
Yeah, fuck Tom Cruise. But and Tom
I
Thumb.
forget.
Tom Savini is a makeup artist from
Dawn of the Dead.
The original Dawn of the Dead with George Romero. Yeah, he did all the a lot of the makeup work for the zombies and all that stuff. And
Shows up and then he goes as far as showing up in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, in Dusk Till Dawn.
Tarantino and the other guy. And but he's from Pittsburgh. And yeah, we've been at locations with him.
Yeah. We may have I think we got drunk with him once.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. But he's a weird one because I thought he was pleasant to be around. Seemed like a nice guy.
What
What
happened
the
here?
fuck?
I like this.
Okay.
What's happening? Adam, what'd you do? Okay.
Ad hoc did something again.
I don't know. Ad hoc. Oh, and Rev got the tall, cool one, the tall red one. There you go. Other direction. There he is. Killian's red lady on his shoulder. Nice.
That was but yeah, Tom Savini is and anyway, the first sequel was not great. The second one stars both Corey Feldman and the dude that played the other Frog Brother.
Oh, wow. Who went on to do a bunch of nothing?
Yeah, he wanted to do a bunch of nothing.
Ad hoc's back.
Sorry, Rev. Gotta give
Oh, wait. Check out.
No!
You lost your boobies, Rev.
It's the way. It's the only way we can keep
Story
track
of my
Ad Hoc.
life.
It's the only way we can keep track of Ad Hoc.
Yeah.
You go to any party, doesn't matter who he arrived with.
Finally
doesn't
get
matter
one
how
shot with her, and you have to jump right back in.
many- right? Yeah. Doesn't matter
Difficult.
what,
I
doesn't matter
cannot tell
what-
you how many times I've been in that situation.
Well, that would be the thing. Next time the four of us go to any kind of gathering together, if we lose track of Ad Hoc, just glance around the room, find the girl that seems to be the most attractive. Ad Hoc will be somewhere in her orbit. Probably not actually
Satelliting.
engaged with her in any way,
Satelliting.
but it'll be very nearby.
Making it known, making the
Making it
pheromones
known.
known. The vulture is in
The mating
flight.
call.
The vulture's in flight. Yeah, yes, the Morris Day vulture's in flight.
Oh, there's Tom Savini. There he is, right there.
No, that's
Tom
not him.
Savini. Check him out, everybody. Oh yeah, Tom Savini. Look at him play the sax. Tom Savini, go, Tom. What he does when he does on makes doing makeup on hot chicks. He just did her makeup, and then he's like, "I'm gonna go play some sax. Go frolic."
Go frolic.
All right, end it.
Watch out for Vampire Boys. Tom, love at first sight.
Okay, that's good.
He's like,
Kid
hey.
with bangs.
He's looking at her and she's like, hey, Wasn't she in Square Pegs?
She would look like good with fangs. I bet she'd look real good with fangs on. Let me try that out.
Wasn't she in Square Pegs with the girl from Sex and the City? Because she was.
Square Pegs.
Just got a message. Just got a message from StreamYard letting us know that they are having trouble streaming to Twitch tonight. They'll keep trying and let us know if it's resolved.
Huh. How are we doing on the YouTube thing, I wonder?
Those are both still check marked.
All right.
If I pull us up on YouTube, we'll create an endless loop if I share it on
Yeah, I
here.
hope so.
Yeah.
An infinity
I'll be
loop?
right back.
You guys want to see an infinity loop?
Who wouldn't?
Who
wouldn't?
No, I have the best advice to avoid them.
Yeah.
You don't want to break our reality? You're afraid of breaking our reality?
Yes, very much so. It's already been broken many times before. Let's not do it again. We learn our lessons.
Fair. That's fair. We have definitely we do believe that we have dimension jumped.
Oh yeah.
At every near death experience, I think there involves an opportunity for dimension jumping. And if you don't jump, you end up in the coffin.
That's right. That's right. You have to do it at the right time.
And when you do jump,
Like
that's just your conscious jumping, because a version of you still ends up in the coffin. That's the rub.
That's like Rick and Morty, man.
I just buried myself in the back garden. Now come watch TV with me.
Yeah.
That was the quote that got me into Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. We should just watch a Rick and Morty episode every week.
we have more followers.
If
The last
only
half an
copyright
hour,
wasn't an issue.
Yeah.
That was our initial thing was, of course, just watching shit and commenting on it from the sidelines. Now we have the ability to do it, and we don't do it.
Yeah, because
we find
just
each other
bullshit
much
with
more
each other.
interesting.
Well, I think that's just
Because the artists want some sort of creative license and they want money from it.
Yeah.
You know, who creates art for money?
Not I.
Sellouts and posers. Sellouts and posers. That's who.
Right.
Fuck me, I wish I'd have sold out.
Sellouts.
Please, somebody give me the opportunity.
Please buy me.
Give me a chance to sell out.
Blimey, buy me. That said, I haven't seen the hand of K-Rock in a little bit. I see you have Straw Rock.
Yes.
But I would like to raise a glass. Everybody.
Yeah, man.
And drink, motherfucker, drink, motherfucker, drink.
Cheers.
You thought it was going to be deep. Now, did you? That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
I shot you an email, by the way, BB, instead of trying to get it up on screen share. It's probably just best.
No, you should send it in a message. That way I can grab it. Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean like a file?
Yeah.
A defiled file.
Defiled file.
A file of defilement.
I think we talked with them a couple of years ago.
Oh my god. Karen just shared something that's freaking.
Oh, the Skellycaster.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
What?
Isn't it?
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
I got two things.
Creepy cool or creepy cool?
What? What's happening?
Oh, hey. Wizard bed.
Bed.
Later in the day, summons.
Awesome.
Riggedy sizzle.
Riggedy sizzle.
What's up, boys? Hey, Rep, what's up?
How do Riggedy?
How's it going, Riggedy?
I like Riggedy Sizzle. That's catchy.
I'm struggling. I've been struggling. My computer's been down with my Pro Tools for a very long time. T.
What I do?
I haven't gotten back with any tracks for you.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I have Pro Tools 10, which runs on Windows 7. So I have Windows 10, and I've used it on Windows 10 for 4 or 5 years. And now, so I redid all my computers, and now I have no way of it. Just won't. Windows 10 will not accept it now.
Oh, I've had that happen with a
Wow.
before.
Like I've gotten it where I've gotten it set up halfway, and then the iLock, which doesn't. I don't think they even have that for Windows 10 anymore. But iLock is like a key to open up your programs. Anyway, I've been working on that for over 2 weeks.
Son of a gun.
And I still don't know if I got it where I want it, but I had to step away from it, and I remembered it was Wednesday, and I saw there was still a half hour left, so I thought I'd say what's happening to you guys.
Good to see you, man.
And I also wanted to say that we have all these musicians like Rev and Adam and T. Like, why don't we like collaborate on something?
Agree.
I'm game for that. Yeah, definitely.
Like, so we need someone with the beat, like either Adam or Rev should like kick it off with some kind of.
Are you talking about beatboxing?
No, I'm talking about like whatever, doing what you guys do, your producing skills.
Yeah,
I heard what Rev got going on too. It's cool. It's a good stuff to lay some stuff on top of, whether it be vocals, spoken word by B Rumble or whatever,
I got 2 things here from you, Rev. Which one? I got acoustic demo and a February 10 demo.
I just play February 10 demo. I mean, you can play the acoustic one later if you want. It's a completely different song. It's just they were grouped together.
Oh. That starts right up.
Right on. Good to see you, Riggedy. I like Riggedy Sizzle, by the way.
Good to see you guys too.
Yeah, thanks for popping in, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
I was hoping you would.
I'm glad I did. I almost missed it. I'm glad I made it.
Always nice to see you, bro.
We were talking about you earlier because we were talking about BB's new horror writing, and he said that he had written. Yeah, he had read it to you on Monday.
Oh yeah, good stuff. What'd you got? I just thought it was great.
I haven't.
1986, bro. 1986. What else you got to know about it?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it to Rev yet, but I'm setting up plans to get him a read.
1986 and Nightmares.
The number, another summer.
All right, let's see if this works.
All right, mute your microphone.
What, mine?
No, the people, so that we don't talk over it or.
I just like to say that I had a nightmare of me wearing tube socks up like right below the knees with stripes across it and some tennis shorts. I was about 12 years old and I just cried. I was just crying on a corner and I didn't know why behind sheets. That was the dream I had that night after listening to Brian's story.
In Piss Alley. Remember Piss Alley?
Yeah.
God, Piss Alley. We ate hot dogs in Piss Alley.
And then it started to rain. It started to rain, purple rain. And
all right, here we go. Here we go.
Steamed up all the piss. It was horrible.
Oh.
Nice.
That mix, it was really jarbled. I couldn't, it didn't come across.
It gets digitized a little bit. It gets digitized. Yours did that a little bit too, Adam, when yours played. It was just a little, it gets digitized a little bit.
Okay. You have to use your imagination and fill in the gaps.
Was that you singing, Rev?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
You're muted.
You're muted, Rev.
You're muted, Rev.
There you go. Yeah.
Nice.
You.
What are you saying there? What are you saying?
You're able to do it. Wow.
I think it was just a random vocal take because it wasn't actual lyrics written for the song. That normally comes later. I'm one of those that kind of writes the lyrics separately rather than at the same time as writing the song.
Yeah.
I just fill in the gaps so I know what the kind of vocal melody or the scream is going to sound like once it comes.
I understand. That's exactly how I do it when I'm writing. I'll just make it how I want it. You just get your syllables and your kind of the notes you want, maybe the vowels that you want to use, and then you'd like kind of whittle away, afterwards. That's exactly how I do it, man.
So I do it too, bro.
I think the lyric there was something like really random. I think it was like the cold of the breath, the hand of the guillotine, or something like that. The cold of the breath, the metal of the guillotine. The idea was about the head being chopped off. It's really because it's funny how many songs, like when you're in a full band setting, and if we're writing, particularly in demoing, and one of us goes, because I'm not really a singer, I kind of do backup vocals and scream. That's pretty much my thing. I can't sing. I could not front a band and sing. I just don't have a strong enough voice for it. I blew my voice out when I was younger, doing that kind of exact thing, screaming. I was in a lot of screamo bands, metal bands when I was like in my early 20s, puking blood and guts up on stage and whatnot. And now I'm in my late 20s. I really regret that because the vocal cords are just not very kind. But yeah, it's just funny because we will always spout random stuff, whatever's going on in the room at the time. If we're just trying to fill gaps vocally, we'll spout a load of random stuff about what's going on at the time, or if there's something on TV or whatnot. And then sometimes I find it's a good way because the lyrics kind of write themselves sometimes. If it just comes to you in that spur of the moment, when you kind of just freeballing it. And a lot of times they're like permanent lyrics that stay, even though that was never their intention to be that way. And I kind of, that's why I tend to do all those like short demos and stuff like that, and just blast out a load of vocals over the top of it. Because when it comes to compiling the demos and actually getting into a studio and recording, the lyric writing process is halved almost, because you just have to cipher through a load of vocal takes and go, oh, that sounds actually quite good, and we'll take that one.
Sure.
But yeah, I can scream and that's about it.
What are the instruments? Are those like instruments that are built into a computer? Or are you playing them, or?
They're live, so yeah, it was a lot of old drum samples from a previous band that was in. The guitars were recorded today. And that was pretty much it. It still needs a bass underneath. It's got a virtual bass underneath, so that is a VST instrument. But the guitars and drums are live, and obviously the vocals as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's more than I thought. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's definitely more than I thought. That's great.
Yeah, it's been a busy day in terms of demo. There was another one I sent over to BB, which was more of an it's a much more of a lighter acoustic song, and it's a bit more of a throwback to the emo side of things when I was growing up and whatnot.
Well, that's right.
I've always had that kind of conflict of the acoustic and then the metal side. And then
let's listen to it again. All right, next wave.
Oh, Ad Hoc disappeared again. Hold on.
Son of a gun. You know what? There's
tonight.
There you are. You're back.
I just keep on.
You got breasts on your head, Rev. There it is. Ad Hoc with breasts on his head as much.
Won't be the first. Hopefully, it won't be the last.
There it is. No.
You said it wasn't. It won't be the first.
I say it's not the first, but hopefully it won't be the last.
You've had breast on your head before?
Yeah.
Who hasn't had?
You know,
not as often as I'd like. I don't
true.
recall having them on my head
ever.
No.
I mean, on my face. You know,
face is technically your head, isn't it?
I guess it technically is my head. Yeah.
It's like it's like boob hat time.
Here goes.
It's boob hat time.
Oh man! Cheers to having breasts on your boob head. Head boobs, head face, face head, something like that.
Yeah.
Cheers to more of those good times.
Here we
I
go.
don't care who you are. You want boobs on your head.
Boob hatch from strangers.
I wish that I could tell you how beautiful you are, but the words are always dead, 'cause they're not mine to say. Well, never mind, I ain't giving up anyway. trace and I will.
Song ideas.
That's a quick taste. That's a quick taste.
Nice.
They're all just because literally those demos have been like written today, so they're very
I love it.
early, very early in the formation, but just bounced them and sent them over to.
I
a
love
couple of
that
guys
that,
right
that
away.
you're sharing the beginning aspects of it. Yeah, it's good. Good.
Well, they're the bits like we have. Well, I used to have a band WhatsApp when I was in the band Citadels,
Yeah.
and basically that's what we used to do. We used to just like work on our own demos when we were away from like a rehearsal room or a studio, and we just send them back and forth on the WhatsApp group, you know, and eventually, you know, I think it's really good that way. I think nowadays, given the way communication is, it's so much easier than when I was in a band back in like 2010. Even then, like it was difficult sharing ideas and getting everyone in the same place, especially as you grow older, because obviously everyone has their own lives. You have kids and whatnot. That's one of the things that, you know, I say fortunately I've not had kids, but I've not had kids at my age, which has allowed me a lot of freedom in terms of the music making side of things. But a lot of bands that I've been in and grown up with those band members, they've all gone on to have kids, and obviously their lives take on a whole different path at that point.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we always used to have that WhatsApp group, and we'd share small little and build from there basically.
That's cool. Yeah, it's good to hear it raw. I always like everybody likes a good origin story, right? And music is no different. I'm like, I love to hear where it comes from. I love to hear the raw.
I
I prefer demos.
I can definitely hear where that one's going. You know, and when you get the mix tweaked in, you bring the guitar up. That sounds very nice. You know, it's a lot of emotion to it, man. I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not one normally for showing emotion in the songwriting side of things. That's why I've always liked metal, because you can just write a load of bullshit. You know, dark this, dark, soulless, death comes for you, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty much why I fell in love with metal, because it was easy for me to do in that sense, you know, because it was quite cliche.
Yeah.
Even the guitaring was very cliche in that sense, you know, a lot of the zeros and ones and the chugs and whatnot. And I fell in love with metal because I originally started in punk, because that was an easy in as well. So I started in a skate punk band, and that was a lot of fun, but it wasn't the most technically sound of bands and whatnot. And then as I got older, I got into metal, and I've always been a rhythm guitarist, not a lead guitarist, and I'll never ever proclaim to be a lead guitarist. I work alongside a lot of lead guitarists in my time, and they're incredible people. I just can't do what they do. You know, I can hold down a rhythm and chords, and that's about it. You know, the odd riff here and there, but there's no way I could solo or lead over the top of anything. I need my music simple, quantized, and I need a metronome in the ear, and I'm good.
Fair. I'm with you.
So getting into the idea of metal, that was really kind of awesome. What you said. It was like, yeah, you know, in metal, it's, you know, death, you know, death comes ripping kind of thing. I started watching the other evening. It was Metallica. It's on Netflix. It's a Metallica Into the Never. Is that what it's called?
I'm not sure. I haven't
I'm
seen
not
it.
sure. Last thing I watched was Some Kind of Monster, the documentary they did.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Yeah, that seems probably actually psychologically brilliant. Is it Into the Never?
That's a song. That's a Metallica song.
Yeah, and it's like this kind of like it's a concert, but there's an underwritten story as well at the same time. Hold on, let me pull it up. And it's something. It's something, all right. But I mean, like listening to his words, like, first of all, I got to give it up for James Hetfield, because his lyrics from the beginning.
Yeah.
The reason why Metallica became Metallica is because
From the beginning. Yeah.
Fucking his lyrics, dude, are like.
Have you listened to Saint Anger? Have you listened to Saint Anger?
I have
Definitely
left
not.
them before that. I
Listen to
left
Saint
them
Anger.
before that. I did leave them before that.
Oh,
That was my entry point for Metallica. That was when they released Saint Anger. That was when I was in high school. But obviously before then, I'd heard like Master of Puppets and maybe Enter Sandman.
Through the net.
Because they were on the music channels. But they dropped Saint Anger while I was in high school and discovering all this music. And yeah, boy, what an album to break into for Metallica. It was not great. I fell back off Metallica bandwagon from.
Yeah, not good at all, man. I don't know. Now, was it Lars the lyricist?
No, James writes almost all the lyrics.
That's freaking great. I mean,
and then
damn.
Saint Anger, one of the main flaws of Saint Anger was there were no guitar solos. You know,
No
there
guitar
were-
solos,
they were
a
biting
snare
into that.
drum that sounded like ass. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Some Kind of Monster's about. If you can get a hold of that documentary, that is great. That is about
I
the
saw
whole.
that one section there talking about that.
Yeah, that whole process of recording that album is such a vastly different approach for the band of Metallica than what they'd done before. And it really I mean, it explains in the documentary that really what came to head was that both Lars and James were kind of vying for the frontman status of the band. And Lars, to compensate for that fact, took the latch off the snare at the bottom and played the snare, and it sounded like this really resonant, just a bong pan type noise. And you get it throughout the entire album, and it cuts through everything else in the mix. So therefore, you're paying more attention to the drums than you are anything that Hetfield or Kirk's doing. So there's no solos on there because the focus primarily goes on Lars. I think he kind of saw his ass a bit with obviously Hetfield and Kirk getting the limelight, and he wanted. And it's funny because you look back on the album, as terrible as it is, it has a place in the Metallica back catalogue, and I kind of have a soft spot for Saint Anger now, looking back retrospectively, just because of the period. Now you know what was going on during that period of time in the band. It really reflects on that album.
Sure.
Even though it's a terrible album.
B's a big Metallica fan now. Do you listen to Saint Anger at all?
No. Yeah, I mean, I've listened to it.
When did you stop listening? Did you stop listening after Justice, or did you listen to the Black Album?
Well, Saint Anger was after the Black Album.
I know. When did you stop? When did you stop?
Yeah.
When did you stop?
Stop listening to Saint Anger.
Stop listening to Metallica.
It was definitely Saint Anger.
Oh, that's where you quit listening to him?
Yeah. I liked the Black Album. I liked a lot of the songs of the Black Album.
I liked a couple of them. I liked it, but I was definitely fading. I mean, I was losing.
I just really like. I
focus.
loved a lot of the lyrics. Wherever I may roam. You know,
They weren't as progressive. It was more progressive up until the Black Album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was the musicianship of that was what I dug about them. You know, a lot. I'm from the prog side of things. Always have been. Love it. And every album, you know, Injustice especially. I mean, every song was a prog freaking everything was great on there. And then that was a major shift when they went to the Black Album. Like it was more just riff oriented, and that slower grinding stuff that they started getting into, which was cool. What is that?
There's some good. I mean, Unforgiven has a good solo on it, and you know,
I don't listen to it at all though. Like I will put Kill 'Em All to Justice with the Garage Days in there, and I'll put that on shuffle. I can't even listen to anything after Injustice, even the Black Album. You know, of Wolf and Man maybe a little bit. You know, I kind of dug that when the album first came out. You know,
Kill 'Em All.
Hardwired to
Kill 'Em All. Blitzkrieg. You know, the B-side Blitzkrieg was one.
Am I Evil? Yeah.
Am
I Evil? It's a perfect a culminate. It's just where like all those great songs finally put together when they had the ability to do it. Kill 'Em All is like a greatest hits.
Oh yeah,
But it's
Four
their
Horsemen.
Garage Days greatest hits.
Yeah, it
Four
really
Horsemen.
was.
Phantom Lord. Oh, and then Phantom Lord Live. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
but and then as you progress forward, you're getting into where Master was the first thing that I ever heard.
Me too.
And
Me too.
yeah, and so like as I'm watching this, that what was it called? That Into the Never 2013 Through the Never, which is fucking 2013, and none of you have seen this yet.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's really interesting, and it's pretty kick-ass. But
Better than Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. But James, his lyrics, hand of K-Rock, everybody. Hand of K-Rock.
I'm gonna give her the anime hand.
Anime hand.
Yeah. Same's with me, by the way.
Right.
Like early Metallica, Ride the Lightning album, Kill 'Em All. Yes, yes. Master of Puppets. So perfect. Like when somebody asks you like, what's your favorite Metallica album?
All
It's just like,
those,
what's your
all
favorite
those.
Prince album? You can't say Purple Rain when somebody asks you what's your favorite Prince album, which Purple Rain is a
I'd have
fucking
to say
perfect album.
Best of Prince is the best album.
The best of Prince is the best. album.
I got one
Yeah,
too, man.
Right.
It's fair. It's
I
fair.
don't.
It's a fair assessment. The thing is with Metallica, though, when you go back to those early albums, there's something about the studio too. Like when you listen to them, right? When you go from those
And
everything
wriggling.
pre-Master of Puppets, the production quality goes up, but then the quality changes again when they go from the production studio from what was Master of Puppets into Injustice.
Agreed.
It gets cleaner.
Agreed.
It's cleaner,
Agreed.
cleaner, and it's not as dirty.
It's
And
because there's no
it's-
bass. There's no bass on the album.
What?
There's no bass on the album. They took the bass out. They out of spite to Jason Newsted. There's no bass on that
He
album.
hates Jason Newsted so bad during the early days. Well, in
Well,
fact,
yeah,
right
he
before
wasn't
Jason
quick.
Newsted left.
Yeah, that's documented. That's
They never
documented
took him.
and well known.
Jason Newsted was great. He did not deserve to be treated that way.
No, he's a good dude.
And he knew
Jason
it.
was a
And
cool
he knew
guy.
it. That's why he
Yeah.
left. You know,
That's
thank
like
goodness.
that might be part of the reason why I quit listening to him. Honestly, I got to tell you.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I saw
I think a
them.
lot of
I finally-
people, felt
I Yeah.
Sorry, take it.
Justice
Oh
was it
yeah,
for
he
me.
was such. I mean,
That was even Blackened was my last favorite song.
Oh man,
Like that was like
So
the last
good.
like hint. Like for me, like Justice was it. I saw that tour. The Cult opened for them, and that was pretty excellent to see Ian Ashbury. But like they were having a rough show too. I remember him throwing his microphone down and bitching about security. But
and the crowd wasn't paying attention to that.
I guess possibly, but I remember Hawes, looking out for you, brother. Him in a classic 80s movie sneaking out of his bedroom window. We pulled up and he sneaked out of his bedroom window. He was supposed to be grounded because we'd all got arrested 2 weeks prior. And came out of his bedroom window and went to the roof, like over top of his front door and dropped down in front of his like a front door hanging from the rain spout, and then running down the hill to our car. Drive. And we went to see the show and got grounded for another month. Yeah, yep.
That was definitely worth it, though.
Yeah, he was like, "This is it. This is it." It's like I can't be grounded during the only time Metallica is going to be coming.
Harrisburg,
in Harrisburg, in City Island.
So it's 2 minutes before 11. Weren't we also gonna look
minutes to midnight?
midnight? Weren't we gonna look for? Weren't we gonna get some feedback today from Rev on the Elder album?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So you who have ever heard of Kiss the band, you who are fans of Kiss the band, yet haven't opened and expanded your mind to realize that the Elder is their most brainiac album of all time. It's where Kiss meets the Who,
We
Oh,
know
stick around
TT. We
or
know
go away
TT.
forever.
We know your feelings on it, but hopefully we change your mind. Also, coming up after the end, because I think few of us are going to stick around. I would
Big
like
room
to
after
also
party.
play a clip from Queen, the band Queen, based
Never heard
on
of it.
something that was said earlier about freestyling lyrics and how something ended up in an iconic song.
Oh, I
that
know
is
the song.
Still epic of all time, and how it was just freestyled off the top of the head, but ended up remaining in the final version and being one of the best parts of the song. Bite, hold your tongue. We'll see you after.
I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life. And I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking psycho, fucking insane.
That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed it,
That was
dude. You
good.
nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it, and you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan. There,
You
dude.
did.
You fucking,
Oh, Joe Rogan. Yeah.
yeah,
okay.
you did. You visually transformed
That's
into Joe Rogan. It was amazing. Dude, that picture of the three of us outside St. Stephen's is it's gonna be iconic somewhere someday. That is such a hilarious.
It's a classic.
It is such a photo. We've all got the long hair. We've all got mirrored sunglasses on.
Ed, we're in the middle of the
dude.
festival.
We're in the middle
And
of.
some stranger took the photo.
Somebody
I
did
got a mouthful of pierogies.
Yeah.
We're guaranteed drunk in the afternoon.
Guaranteed. I can guarantee you, we were drinking in the
didn't leave
funeral.
the house.
We were
We didn't leave
drinking.
the
We
big
were
room
drinking.
till we were drunk.
We were in the funeral home that day. I'm sure earlier, just getting drunk. Next
I'm
to
on
the
a
corpse.
skateboard
3-day
in that
drunkenness.
photo.
Every
Yeah.
year, 3 days drunkenness.
Yeah, I know. We wound up mixing up some fucking what was it, gummy berry juice, and
Gummy berry juice and
drinking
some,
it
honey
at
brown.
drinking it in the funeral home until we were ready to go out and get something to eat. It was a disaster.
Put them up, boys. Put them up. Cheers.
All
Cheers
right.
to the big room and the continuation.
Here's to you.
2020 and Peter Pan. Peter. Fuck y'all.
Oh,
Thanks.
there you are, Peter. Bangarang, motherfuckers.
Bangarang.
Bangarang.
I'll be right
So
back.
yeah, so
Bang the
Rev,
gong.
Hold on.
Oh my.
The Elder, music from The Elder.
Music from the Elder, yeah.
Wait,
Oh, yeah. You want me to pull up this set list?
Hey, I suppose you can do if you want, but
Riggedy,
yeah,
you love The Elder, right?
No, I do not.
Oh no,
I'm not a fan. First of all, it's not Peter Criss on the drums.
no, it's not. But
It's Eric Carr. It's Eric Carr.
Yeah.
But they're trying to sell it as Peter Criss.
it's
Like, what's
funny
that?
you should mention
They
that. 'Cause
were.
that's the first point I was going to make about the album
Unmasked.
itself.
Unmasked. No, Peter Criss is on Unmasked either, which is the album before The Elder. So
Well,
that's
I
two
have-
albums.
I have
Yeah,
more
yeah.
reason with that than The Elder. I thought The Elder was written all about Eric Carr being the new person in the band.
Damn. Yeah. I mean,
You know, Eric. I saw The Elder as being written.
you should check out the Wikipedia page. Have you read the Elder Wikipedia page? Because I have. 'Cause I wanted to talk about The Elder. There's some funny things like Bob Ezrin just came off of producing The Wall, Pink Floyd. The Wall.
Right.
So that's right. like, That's right. You know, and then they write to The Elder, like, so you can hear a little bit of that in there, you know, in like the spoken part, the spoken word parts and stuff.
Yeah, they sought him out for that, and that was the direction that they believed that they needed to get into.
Well, that's the interesting thing you point out there, because that was one of the things I noted first about it while I was giving it a listen. I was reading through the comments, because I just pulled up like a full stream on YouTube or whatever, And how divisive, I think you mentioned it when you recommended it to me, about how divisive the album is itself amongst the Kiss fraternity.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of hardcore Kiss fans at that point was like, what the fuck is this shit? But I think listening to the album as a standalone, because up until that, I'm a very casual Kiss fan, even though I have quite a bit of, you know, merch from Kiss, you know.
Sure.
I'm not delving at the back catalogue quite as extensively, and The Elder is certainly something that I overlooked. But giving it a listen as a standalone, there are almost points when you're listening to that record that you can forget that you're listening to a Kiss record.
Oh, 100%.
Definitely.
100%.
Correct.
I think that is both what makes the album great and what I can also understand, placing myself in the shoes of those fans that didn't like the album, what they hated about it.
Right.
You know, because the Kiss had a formula which was a case of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I think I read somewhere about, was it originally penned as a screenplay?
Yeah.
If I remember rightly from what I've read, that it was penned as a screenplay and then it got rejected. So then it was.
I'm unclear on the timing on it. I know that there has been a screenplay that's been floating around out there for a long time.
The idea from Paul Stanley was the idea. He had that in mind.
Yeah,
he
I
did
think
have
that's
it.
what
He did have it
it
in mind.
he took it to Hollywood, and I think it got rejected. So there you go. He must have just pitched it to the band one day and was like, "Well, fuck it, I want to make a concept album." And you know, the Elder was born from that. But yeah, like as I say, there are many points where I'm listening to that album where I was going, it's so far removed from what you expect a Kiss record to be that it's at points it's a completely different band.
Yeah.
Paul sings in a different voice at times too, like he's playing a character.
Yeah.
Like he's like a little bit lower, like a little bit more something. He's changed his voice. He changes his voice on there, man.
All right. So how do you guys want to do this? You guys want to listen to a little bit like
Dark Light. Okay, Dark Light.
You can't start with Dark Light. You can't start with Dark Light.
We'll start from the beginning. We'll listen to a little snippet of each song.
Yeah, Mr. Blackwell.
Now, originally it was released out of sequence. It was originally released out of sequence.
That's correct.
And
yeah.
when if you go to Spotify, they put it back in the original sequence.
Okay.
To back to the storyboard, you know. And as far as I'm gonna say this real quick, as far as like changing voice and getting to that, I'm a Bowie fan. So it like when an artist actually progresses out of the comfort zone, that's when you got me. You know what I mean? When like Prince, Bowie, these artists would fucking kill whatever they were before in order to create something new. You know what I mean? And not get trapped in the rut. Fucking Ziggy to the Thin White Duke.
But then he followed, they followed up with Creatures of the Night. Creatures of the Night followed the Elder, man.
And yes, and so
he went way, he
correct.
almost went even above what he used to be. Like that Creatures of the Night is like his vocals are powerful, very powerful. It's like a nice like
so he needed that. He needed that kind of transition, right? So I got to give props.
It's like he was playing a character or something. I think it's cool. Now, I mean, I do dig that, and I understand that. And I tried to listen. I listened to it like openly today. I took to just this afternoon, and I just like it wasn't. I mean, I understand it for the piece of art that it is, but I don't. I feel. I mean, first of all, I can hear parts. I hear parts in the writing that where you hear Creatures, you can hear like where they're progressing. You can hear some of the heavier riffs that are fast and tight. And I don't think that's even Ace on the guitar on there because it's so tight. You'll hear it. Like we're doing the let's go song by song. Let's go song by song.
Cool.
So what we have here is Wikipedia, and I typed in it's not showing the search, but I typed in original playlist, and this is what it gave me. It says original version, side 1, side 2, and then 1997 remastered. So this is the different order that I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what this is.
You want to do the remastered version because the original version is what the record label needed put together. It's not the story. They wanted to front load the album.
So Fanfare, the '97 remastered, is the story in which it was supposed to take place.
Yeah,
we're supposed to
it
listen to
opens with
Fanfare
Fanfare
first.
and then into the album.
Okay.
Mhm.
Check it out. You know why D&D geeks loved it already.
Yep.
First song right there.
I loved it. I loved it. It definitely had the Who, like a Who orchestration sound.
No, I mean, and you know, if
Correct.
anything,
It sounds
that
great.
first song-
That's
that first
beautiful.
song-
It's beautiful.
that first song is one of the I think it might be the prime example of the split in the fan base. You know,
Yes.
that's the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Did
can
Paul
tell you.
write that? Who wrote that? Who wrote that part right there? Did Paul write that?
Good.
I don't-
That's
I don't know who
interesting
wrote it.
story. I don't know.
Is that on the wiki? Is that on the Wikipedia page?
Yeah, Stanley and Ezrin.
Bob Ezrin.
Hold
yeah,
it.
see, Bob Ezrin just coming off the wall, man. He just says he's a Jedi at this point.
Yeah,
he worked on the wall.
This is what year is this? What year is the other?
82.
40 years ago. It's 40 years ago this year.
81. Wow.
81.
And so they were writing it in 80.
Yeah.
Like the time that they were spending together is 1980. The first time I ever slept outside of my own home and slept in the big room was from 1979 into 1980, New Year's Eve. I slept in the big room for the first time.
Wow. What?
So did you, Ad Hoc? You were there. Yes,
Did
indeed.
we watch
79 to
Did we watch-
80, we slept in the big room. It's the first time out of the house.
Did we sleep in Dolly's room though, like on the floor? I seem to remember
Yep,
sleeping on the
yep.
floor in there and watching Excalibur.
We definitely had a few nights in there, but
We did, but it was afterwards. The first time was that, like, there was a bunch of us, even BB Rumble's cousins and sisters, of course. And I remember Bubby, she kept us company while all the parents were doing coke in the basement.
That's
Yeah, there was a party raging in the basement, adults, and we were
Yes.
upstairs fucking raging.
Yeah,
that is
which later
correct.
became my studio, like 30 years later, 20 years later, or whatever it was.
But I know.
We're probably drinking at 10 years old, you know.
I know, being a Kiss fan prior to that album, and also having been playing D&D, that album started, and I heard that, and I said, "This is no
Finally.
matter what, this is going to be the best album of all time."
I can understand that. I can understand why.
And I could totally see where the majority of your Kiss fans that maybe have been with them a few years longer than I, and maybe weren't totally into D&D, heard that song, and we're like, "What the fuck did I what?"
That's
They were
another
more
part of
into
it.
that.
We had Queen, like your mother, BB,
Right.
was like Queen. So we had already been listening to like tons of Queen.
We were listening to all kinds of Satan
And
music.
your mother on a New Year's
Satan
had us
music.
watch Excalibur, Lady of the Lake. Like there's incest, there's fucking brother and sister fucking like
Oh
that-
yeah, I remember when
Well, I got to
Excalibur
bring that
came-
into the conversation.
I mean,
But
I just
yes.
remember watching it and being a little scarred, you know, I was a little scarred for life.
Scarred?
Scarred for life.
I remember
I
Excalibur
was like,
came
this
out.
is awesome, but so weird. And how am I supposed to feel? Oh my gosh. Why is everybody looking at me right now? Everybody's looking at me.
Excalibur came out what? It was still 70 something, right? When Excalibur came out.
79, 80. It was 80. Maybe.
That movie was weird AF. If you haven't seen the original Excalibur, I don't even know. I'll put it up here. I'll try to get some info for it.
Elder, let's get the Elder, man.
Get back to the Elder. Get back to the Elder.
Back to the Elder, Adam. Get back, Elder, Adam. Come on.
All right. But this was just like, look at this, 1981, Excalibur, 1981. There it is.
81. Ah, released the same year.
There you go.
And it was epic as far as the psyche goes and the look.
That's the one. That's the one.
So good.
All right, go back. All right.
Back to the Elder,
good.
Well, anyway, we're listening to this.
And the first time we ever saw Patrick Stewart was in that movie.
Point is, this tied in for us. All this tied together in the big room. This movie, 81, right? All right.
Yeah.
Back to
epic
80.
year. It's
So-
like all that symbolism. We're
So now you
playing
need to get
D&D.
what? You need to get like a boy or just a boy.
Kiss finally aligns with our D&D.
Playing.
Is this the song after that?
Yes, this is this is number 2 in the reissue.
Perfect. That's a good story. Mute your mic.
If hope is lost and sorrow weak, while some are search for one to guide us, some are staring at me. But I'm no hero, though I wish I could be. For I am just a boy, trying to be seen. I am just a boy, and the future's unbaby. And I'm so frightened of while some are search for one to guide us, some are staring at me. But I'm no hero, though I wish I could be. I am just a boy, too young to be seen. I am just a boy, and the future is unveiling. And I'm so frightened of me.
All right. Now here's where it's supposed to go. So what an amazing introduction to a story. So like if you're trying to sell an album and you're coming off of the history of Kiss, that will not do to the record execs. You know what I mean? And to their audience. Like coming in with the fanfare and then going into the I am just a boy, which is nothing Paul Stanley has ever done before. This is a build. This is a story. This is information. You know what I mean?
This is Paul
And
Stanley being an artist and
It's
saying,
gorgeous.
man, I'm going to do something like different.
Yes.
Like he was about doing stuff different, being true to himself. And like, man,
Yeah.
it was a risk.
This is story building.
There's respect, you know, we as fellow artists, you got to respect that. Might not be your gig, right? Might not be your gig. I get that,
So the
but
next-
you got to respect it.
Welcome to the
Yo,
welcome to
yo,
the
yo!
channel, yo.
Well-
Mostly radical. He's only mostly radical.
You're mostly radical.
Not totally
Not fully
radical.
radical.
Mostly
No,
radical.
not full on radical. Just
Mostly radical.
mostly radical.
But I believe in you.
Does that mean like
where
when you
we are
flash
right now?
You're muted, Riggedy.
mostly radical? Do you when you send girl dick pics, do you just show them the tip? Woo! Yeah, welcome to the big room, bitch.
You won't forget that anytime soon, and you may not stick around to hear the ending of it.
I
But
always love that. Just the tip.
your
Let me
dreams
just put
will
it
be
in the tip.
affected.
I'll just put the tip in.
forever.
It's never just the tip, ladies. Never just the tip.
Never.
All right. Back to the kiss. Back to kiss. Somebody
So
tell
back
this
to the story.
Somebody
Back
tell
to
this
the
noob what they just walked into.
They just walked into ad hoc on a
Nah.
roll.
Dude, I think he's just like, it's a heavy Tommy influence. Heavy Tommy influence.
Correct.
And like, and
Very
he
good.
tried to sell it. He didn't want it to be a kiss thing, right? He wanted it to be something else. Is that so? And it's
The next
wasn't,
movement,
it
something that
wasn't
will live on
accepted
forever.
It wasn't accepted because it wasn't supposed to be a kiss thing.
Right.
But since they didn't accept it, he made it a kiss thing, and that's fair.
And I don't think Gene ever fully got on board with it. Yeah.
Well, it's like,
I wonder
it's
why.
like
Yeah.
Angel Waters, man. It's like it's mostly Paul's deal, probably. That's
Gene
why.
was always like, if it makes money, it makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah.
That's his fucking deal. You know what I mean?
Hence his reality show later in life.
Yeah. It's with his porn star.
That's his mentality.
Which I
software
respect
porn.
so much because they never got married.
Right.
They were never a wife. They had children together. But I watched an interview after this show a few weeks ago. We were talking about this, and after we all hung up and this was all done, the big room, I watched some videos with Gene, and I wish I could find it. But it's just a great quote I respect from him as an artist, as a fellow single guy, where he goes, I got into this industry for the ladies. And I'm never giving it. This is just Gene Simmons in a public interview going, yeah, I'm with her and I'll be, but here's the thing. When I'm on the
I'm
road,
swinging my ling.
when I'm on the road, I'm swinging my load. And she knows it. And this is what it is. And it's never going to change.
Yeah.
And he says this. He's like, till the day I'm in my grave, I'm in it for the ladies. You got to fucking love Gene for that.
That's pretty much Lemmy from Motorhead's whole theory, wasn't it?
I don't
Yeah,
know
it
about
was.
Lemmy. That motherfucker beat.
Lemmy didn't have the same skills, but he
didn't
had
have the
definitely the same
didn't
aggressive
have that.
skills on the topic.
Yeah. There was some sort of
Warts and all, baby.
there was some sort of statement around Lemmy's death where musicians came on. They were like, "Yeah, listen, whatever Gene says he slept with, Lemmy slept with more girls."
They just weren't as attractive.
Yeah. Like I don't think.
Probably the bulk of them you might not even consider
Oh,
girls.
no.
Yeah.
No,
But they were
actually,
girls. They were.
I reckon Lemmy would have slept with the least attractive girls, but his numbers would be bigger.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
numbers
correct.
are off the
Absolutely.
chart.
Right? Gene was probably picky and looks in the green
Oh,
room,
fuck
back
yeah.
of the
He got the
groupies,
best of the best.
Very
Cream of the
selective.
crop.
Lemmy did not give a fuck. Whoever had a light for his
No,
Benson
he
and
did
Right.
not.
everything.
Gene would prefer like sleeping a couple hours before
that's right.
doing it again. Lemmy was like, "Fuck that! You're so stupid. Give it to me." I
My
want
name's
that
Lemmy
back."
from Motorhead.
Right. All right.
I got genital warts on my face. How do you
Dude,
think I got there?
The thing is, that
Oh,
dude
no.
could have had that dude could have had that taken care of a long time ago. That was a conscious decision. It was like, nope, these
It's
warts are
not, it's
mine.
not hurting my dick none.
Not hurting my dick none, and I don't want nobody cutting on my face.
Do you know
Right.
another story about Lemmy? When he passed away a few years back, it showed up on his autopsy that he had prostate
Syphilis?
cancer, which led to complications to his death. But he didn't know because he never went to a doctor. So
Right.
basically, prostate cancer finished him off, but in as he was aware, a very natural way. And that's how badass and rock and roll that he was.
Oh,
He-
yeah.
Right
And
to
he
the very
made,
end.
he made it to what?
Yeah.
How old was he when he died? He was
in
like
his
close to
70s.
70, right? Like 70 or so.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Must
that's a
have
good
been.
life for him. That's a good life. 70.
him.
Fuck yeah. When he says
It's a great life, very, very unique life that he led. You
You've
know,
met
and
him.
it's legendary. And
Ad hoc. We learned a couple weeks ago that Ad hoc had sex with people that had sex with Lemmy.
oh gosh, I did.
Yeah, we learned that a couple weeks ago.
That's probably true.
It's definitely
It's
true.
definitely yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely true.
Yeah.
How would you not? It's definitely
That's one for next week's show.
Yeah, dude. And Ad
Like,
Hoc,
it's
or
not
after,
even Los
doesn't matter.
Angeles, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
it's probably after,
you
but-
saying, yeah, you saying it's probably true. That just, I mean, I had to say again to you. Next time you ask me for the fucking betting advice, follow all of it. Don't just,
Bet
don't
on
just pick,
everything I say.
don't just pick parts of what I tell you to bet on. I told you those 3 bets you're gonna lose. This one I'm confident of. What does Ad Hoc do? Pick the 3 he's gonna lose and not bet on the one I was confident about.
Talking about
Oh,
the
I
Super
didn't hear
Bowl.
about this. It's the
Yeah,
Super Bowl thing.
Ad
I
Hoc was
didn't
like,
hear about
give me a couple bets. I was like, all right, here's 3 long
this. I
shots.
got
Put-
that.
Put $5 on each of them. You probably won't hit it, but if you do, you're gonna.
This
hit
one will
well.
cover you on the losses, and I didn't take the
And then
cover
put $20 on this one. This one will cover your losses. I'm very
bet. $20
confident.
bucks.
And I was like, that one seemed like the most risky. So
I don't want to risk $20.
And I was like,
If
what
I
part
lose
did
the
you
other
not
ones, I'm only up
understand?
15. Why would I lose 20 and then I'm risking 35? But he was right.
Yeah, I was right. Ugh.
Phoebe.
All right,
The
Motorhead
Gamble
fucker.
King.
What's the next song?
All right.
Yeah.
So where we are, so in the original lineup of The Elder, what was supposed to be track number 3, we start out with Fanfare, we go into The Oath. I am just a boy.
Right.
Just a boy.
And now we go into
Into
the Oath. I
what?
think.
It gets dark real deep, right?
Well, now I think the third one is the Oath.
Can we put some Kiss? Can we put some Kiss visuals? Yeah, there we go.
Or Odyssey. There you go.
Odyssey.
That's track 3 is Odyssey?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, mute the mics. This song, I listen to it all the time. It still gets me.
From a far off galaxy, I hear you calling me. We are on an odyssey through the realms of time and space. In that enchanted place, you and I come face to face. Once upon not yet. Someday, countless times we've met along the way. Through the luminous of night, on beams of neon light, you and I in white, as we cross the starry sea. Powered by what we see, now and then the victory. Once upon not yet, long ago someday, countless times we've met along the way.
All right, I got to ask at this point. This is a 5-minute and 49-minute song. Are we gonna do
So
the
damn
whole?
good.
It's we got to refer to across the pond. This comes down to question of Rev. I mean, we got. I want to respect your time, Rev. You know, we're in a different time zone. We can't listen to every song. I guarantee the top 3 people in this row would listen to every song right now, and probably.
Yes.
But the top 3 of us would stick around and probably do this whole album. So, but in respect of your time, Rev, we're gonna do samples of songs. I think that's
Well,
fair.
it's up
Would
to
everybody agree?
leave it up to Rev. If he's like, yeah, let's move on. But if he wants to hear a song, let him hear a song.
Well, then let me look up the total length of the time of this
I could really spite you now and just say, let's listen to the whole thing in its entirety and then on repeat. But because
You're
really,
not sleeping tonight, bro. You better get another bottle of wine.
really, right now, time is of no issue to me, and it has been since October. I think we went back into lockdown. Was it? And that's when the chains really came off around about October. And ever since then, I have no idea what day it is.
So what are you saying, bro? You're these
Brian.
guys up top are getting they're getting like
hard.
They're getting like art
Right
woodies.
now.
Yeah, they're getting art woodies. They're like, don't tease them, man. They're like they're ready to deep dive into the bush that is the elder.
Road is fucking hard.
They want their face in the bush.
We are the children of the rose.
I think if we were to do
Yeah,
an
regularly,
entire
yeah.
elder listen, it should be a different show altogether. You know, maybe do like an album special or something like that.
All right.
Oh,
bring
do
an album
that.
too, and
What are you
then
saying?
listen
Wait,
to
wait,
it a
wait,
bit.
wait, wait. What? It's
That's
85
the
minutes long,
album.
right? The total thing is 85 minutes. So that's an hour and 15
25, hour and
in
25.
British
Hour and-
length
It's,
metric
like,
terms.
it's an hour and 15 in British time.
Let's do half the album. Let's do half the album.
We could do segments. I mean, all right.
first
We
half
could
of
do
the
half the album.
song.
We could do-
Really?
yeah, I think it's probably a good idea.
No.
Well, you might be missing a guitar solo or something.
You're right,
you know?
Riggedy. You're right. We got to
So
listen to the whole
good.
song.
Yeah, it's a toughie, man. You kind of almost got to do it in the whole. With this one, this is their opus. This is their opera. This is their only opera that they've ever fucking done. You know what I mean? It's their movie that never got made. It's their stage
It's their
play.
Purple Rain,
It's their fucking Purple Rain, man.
pretty much. You know,
I like the drums.
Yeah.
Totally different drum sound. Like it's a Pink Floyd drum sound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like there's
when
a
it's
total
timpani.
change. Total
and
change.
the vocal, like what you said
Very
before,
produced,
Riggedy, the
heavy
vocal's
produced.
totally different than it's a
Yeah.
different vocal choice that Paul was making on this.
Doesn't even sound like him.
Dude,
Doesn't even sound like
that's so,
But it's
not at
him,
all.
and that's what's so
that
fucking
song-
cool.
him. It's cool. It's cool. You got like your excitement. It's feeding me.
Yes.
It's nourishing me.
Yes.
And I'm
Story.
enjoying myself listening to it
It's
this time
beautiful.
around.
I think his
That
vocal
song,
choice, his
that song
vocal
has
choice
brought
on
me
this
to
is
tears.
rich and
That
beautiful.
song always
It's
always had that
epic.
line in the chorus. The first line, I always, since I was young, I love the line.
Mhm.
Once upon, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, once upon, not yet.
Fucking possibilities.
That's a brilliant line. That line is
is.
brilliant. Yeah.
So we've met along the way. So that song has a very quantum mentality through the entire thing. Once upon, not yet, where time doesn't actually fucking exist. And he's talking about being with somebody again and again and again. And it's not just a buddy, it's an idea. It's a person. It is the hero with 1,000 faces, 1,000 masks. It is your lover, your mentor, or your mate. It's an energy that keeps coming together again and again and again and again. That song is so fucking epic to me. When somebody dies, that song always comes into my world, and I fucking weep. And it's so fucking good, dude.
Because the spirit is eternal, the soul is eternal, and energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So where does it go? And this is the question that every human struggles with. And we can't ignore the title, the Odyssey, from the Iliad and the Odyssey, Homer's title. He named it the Odyssey. Why? Well, okay.
Let's finish it. Let's finish the tune.
Let's go back
Finish the
into it.
tune. Where are we at?
Let's go back into it. We're only halfway done. 218 out of 549. Here we go.
Use the mic.
There's a child in a sundress looking at a rainy sky. There's a place in a desert where an ocean once danced by. There's a song in the silence, weaving in and out of time. We are notes in the music, searching for remembered rhyme. On a mountain high somewhere, where only heroes dare, stand the stallion and the mare. We have been and we shall be each other's destiny, one another's odyssey. Once upon not yet, long ago someday, countless times we met along the way. Met along the way.
Fucking Xanadu right there.
Yes,
Super
yes,
long
good
fade
call,
out, but that's
TT.
probably pretty much it.
I thought the ELO,
That's
when I
it.
first,
And
when it
TT
first started, yeah, I thought
Good call.
ELO. I heard it. I heard
Mostly
ELO.
Radicals back.
Mostly Radical. Right on. Hey, hey, hey. You are only mostly Radical. And boom. Reverse. Now,
Diver down.
as we move through this album, it may be a good idea to look at lyrics videos to play these
Yeah, I was
songs
thinking
so that
that
everybody
too.
can
I could
follow
certainly-
along on the
All right.
storyboard.
Yeah,
They
'cause
might
those
not
lyrics were good.
exist for this, but I can certainly pull up the lyrics on
I
that,
think
like
it
as I
would.
did. So
There might be one.
Yeah, there's got to be.
Yeah,
a
right on. That was pretty freaking excellent. So pretty epic. So like I said, like that is a quantum theory expert, intentional, medieval, boom, boom, Excalibur. But that song always like strikes me when people pass over in my life because once upon, not yet, long ago, someday. Many times we've met along the way. And it's undeniable. There are certain people that walk into your conscious now reality. You're like, why do I align with you? Why do I need to be around you more and more? You know, and it's people like, obviously this guy, because he's my brohame, but it's this cat over here who would really, if it wasn't for this guy right here, Lord knows what the monk would be. I don't think I would be a functional person in society, to be honest with you. And then when you deal with this guy and this guy right here, I would have never gotten on stage and sung in public.
it's pretty wild when you think about all the different possibilities of who you could be. right? Like all the TKs that exist in the multi-dimensional universe.
All the multiverse.
And
of
this
the
is
Marvel
the
world.
consciousness that you chose to follow. The other ones, like I said,
Or that
some
you
of them
can
died
know.
in different elements. Some of them may exist. I mean, if you believe in all this stuff. But the point is, do you believe in Xanadu? And I want to talk about Xanadu right now.
No. We're not.
All right, no, we're not gonna. We're not going to talk about Olivia Newton-John right now.
Look,
That was 1980.
Gene
and there
Kelly
was
was
an
from the
element-
Pittsburgh area. That's all I gotta say.
Gene Kelly. But no, but it is
Kelly was
amazing,
from
right?
Pittsburgh area. Come on.
How we affect each other's lives,
Xanadu.
and it's great, man. It's pebbles in the pond. Everybody's a pebbles in a pond, and you don't know who you're going to influence. But like you said, we keep coming back to certain people, and that song talks about,
Yeah, exactly.
Along the way.
the love of it.
And that's also
Brilliant. So-
without question, any of the non-Dungeons and Dragons Kiss fans that made it to that point were like, I'm out. Fuck the rest of the album. I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't need to listen to any more of this.
And to be honest with you, that starting with Fanfare, and
Oh,
that's track 3. Yeah, that is the exact opposite of where they came from. But you come to track 4.
I got to track 4 now. What's track 4?
Well, on this, it's only you. So, right
And
here
here
we
comes
are.
the Ace Hook.
This is so
Is there
in
a
the
lyrics
release,
video?
it was Dark Light. It was Dark Light, okay?
Yeah.
Which
Which
was
is
an
excellent.
Ace Frehley song. But
Yes.
we're
For the
going with the
fans.
1997 remastered. So we're actually playing this out of their original order.
Do you have the lyrics?
Find the
Do you have the
lyrics.
Well, yeah, I we'll look for it. I do want to comment also on the cover here, which is again tapped into our Dungeons and Dragons fantasy, which was this everything that was happening at this time was magic realism. Diver down. Yeah, that all right. Another time.
Van
Most of
Halen,
us
I love
come
that
back-
album.
We can talk about Diver Down.
I'll
I
talk
had
about
that on
Diver Down.
cassette tape, and I fucking
Come on.
love that album by Van Halen. But this week we're talking about Kiss and particularly The Elder and the magic realism that they tapped into with this album. So you look at the album cover and you see again, like look at the doorway, look at what's happening there. Like your imagination goes to what's behind that door. This fucking giant knocker. It looks awesome. And there's like these Gene Simmons studs on it. Like, what's he getting into? What's the youngster getting into? And
Diver down.
and it's
Yeah,
cool.
diver down.
Whoa, what's going on with these guys? They yelling at each other.
They must have so in Twitch you can do a raid. So you guys must have raided us, I think. All night ad hoc.
I don't know if if you're
Fuck
if you're not
yeah.
following us, by the way, click on the follow button. Click on the follow button. You can catch us every Wednesday here.
And yeah, if you guys come back
Yes,
next
and you can
week,
help guide us through
you
these
come back
ideas.
next week.
Guide
We'll
us.
talk about Diver Down. We'll do the Diver Down album. I'd love to.
That
do
was
this.
the first. That was the first Van Halen album. Actually, it was a cassette that I ever owned, thanks to
Yes.
Ad Hoc through Columbia House Records.
Yeah,
Truth.
that's true. And we listen
Yeah.
to the fuck out of that thing.
Diver Down was the first Van Halen night that a friend in 7th grade brought her brother's Diver Down album into school. It was I was in 7th grade when this album came out.
1982. Right now we're in 1981. This is 1982. So we're going back to 1981. Kiss, The Elder. We're scored for this. I don't know about lyrics for this. Let me see.
Oh,
Balance.
come on, TT.
Balance is
Ruined.
Balance is horrible. Balance is a horrible album.
Let's just listen to this. And I'm
Get
out. What?
Get the lyrics up.
So is this track number 4? Does it go right into
Here's track
Only
number
You?
4.
You guys know I've been drinking for like the
Amazing.
last couple hours, right? Like,
Yeah, he's doing the
Yeah,
remastered. He's doing the remastered version.
New
Good.
tab.
This is the story.
Only You lyrics.
okay.
This is the story. And you know what? Only You might have been performed on Fridays. No? That
Only
was,
You. No. Only You.
no.
Fridays was they did They did World Without Heroes. And
World
they
Without
did-
Heroes. That was the
and
two. That was the two.
No, they did 3. They did 3 on Fridays. Yeah.
Search it in YouTube. Go on YouTube and search it. Go on YouTube and search it.
Don't do it now. We did it already. We did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We
Well, I mean, here it is here, but I'll tell you what. Let's give me just a second. Let me try this. We're gonna go. Only you kiss lyrics.
Yes.
Videos.
There it is.
There it is.
Only you kiss
Yeah.
lyrics. All right. Let's hope the audio is good though. You never know. Sounds pretty good. All right. Mute your mics. Enjoy the ride.
This song is always in my playlist as well. It inspires me.
Have the answers.
They lied about the lyrics though.
Questions you have to find.
Find another one. Come on.
What the hell? What the hell? Fucking thumbs down. You
Only
motherfucker.
you
There's no
have
lyrics
the
on that.
answers, but the questions you have to find.
All
Right,
right,
lyrics video.
Guys, this is a lot. This is kind of an obscure
Adam,
album.
type
I mean,
in
we're not
lyrics
gonna get it
video.
yet.
Only you kiss lyrics video. That's the word.
Okay. It's the one we just heard, right?
Same one. Yeah.
What about this one?
Jump ahead to see if it is.
All right, it's okay. I'll pull it up here. Here they are.
All right. Enlarge.
Have the answers, but the questions you have to find. Only you know the secrets, but the truth lies deep in your mind. Only you are the answer. You turn the night into day. Yeah. Only you are the mansion. You are the light, and you are the way. I can't believe this is true. Why do I listen to you? If I am all that you say, why am I still so afraid? Only you
All right, you can unmute. Let's hear some feedback from the noobs. Rev, this started with you, so tell us about that song. Oh, I gotta mute that. Hold on. Lot going on there. Is there a lot
From
to
the noobs?
One of the things I want to say is that I challenge both, Rev and Riggedy, since this was not one of your favorite albums as well. As an artist yourself, can you appreciate the fucking fact that they were like, we're gonna write something that's like basically like a musical, right? Like it's gonna have all these visuals, and we're gonna tell this story throughout the album. I mean, I think as an artist, I respect that. And again, it's like, to me, I might not like country. I mean, I like all genres of music, and good music's good music. But the point is, what do you have in your regular rotation? And we can all agree, we have our favorites that are in our regular. But when you hear something, you're like, I can appreciate what they were doing. Not my favorite, but I appreciate it. And I think how can you hate? I don't see how anybody could hate on this album from an artist perspective. Like the respect's there. Whether you're feeling it.
I don't know when the right time and place is for this to be for me. This is the right time and place right now, I could say, because I'm enjoying it.
Fucking 20-sided dice.
I'm enjoying it more now than I ever have. I think so. It's like,
yeah.
So it's like, hey, maybe like after you have a good moment with something, then I'll probably listen to it a little more now because of it. So thank you guys. Thank you.
I think maybe all music's like that.
I tell you this, Riggedy. As the writer of the future opera that is Monster Couch,
yes,
is
wow.
This can really be a point of it's a good point of study.
That's
and again,
an interesting relationship
doing it when it wasn't. That's when they did this when it was not acceptable.
Yeah, Riggedy's writing his rock opera right now. This is your rock opera, like the fucking Monster Couch.
Yes, exactly. Like this is they were like, well, this is where we are right now, and I can't get my fucking head out of it. So all y'all, listen here, Demon. Listen here, Cat. Listen here, Space Ace. This is where I'm at, and I'm gonna work with this guy that actually did something that is an immortal recording. And we're going to do it right now, and it's going to get shit on, but it isn't going away. And our audience may not be born yet, but it's fucking there, man.
I want to say something else, and I want to give Rev a chance to talk, and comment on this. But isn't it interesting to me, who lived through this, as all of us did here, with the exception of Rev. But in 1980, Xanadu came out. Very weird movie. However, contained many of our first crushes as the good girl / bad girl from Grease. Arguably the best musical of all time. Rev, have you ever seen the movie Grease?
Yes.
Were you turned on whenever Olivia Newton-John donned the black?
Are we doing the whole Elder album tonight? Are we doing just out of curiosity?
I can't do the whole evening.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just
can't. I want to. I
would fucking totally do it, but I'm
like, we can't talk about Xanadu and Greece if we're going to, though, is all I'm saying.
All right.
All right.
Fuck. All right. Well, we're not going to. We'll do as much as we can. Let's go as far as we can until somebody taps out. And then
get to Dark Light. If we get to Dark Light, I'd be happy with that.
That's what he needs.
But
okay.
My point is like we gotta put this in a perspective. Everything. Okay. I'm gonna take a little deep for just a quick second. Ain't gonna go too real deep, but the point is that all of us, as individuals, we're subject to our environments. Okay, so we get to choose what you get to choose in life. You don't get to choose a family you're born into. You do, however, get to choose your environment. It's where a lot of people fuck up. Because if you're the average, and I love this quote, if you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, then it's your conscious choice to choose who those 5 people are. Now, we're all connected. We're fucking connected to the internet. It's not like who lives in your neighborhood anymore. It's not like I got to choose from fucking Liver Lampy and the fucking, it's not that anymore. It's like I can fucking learn from Einstein, like whatever's on video. Like we have the gift of video and audio and books. And like, who do you spend the most mind time with? And you're the average of those 5 people as when you're in that space and you're choosing these things. But this point of time in American history and in rock history, what was Bowie doing in 1981? Who was he influencing? Because
Scary Monsters, and he was going into
Bryant just wrote a spooky story in which he took us back to a time, and he referenced Prince, which is one of all of our favorite artists here. Respect-wise, again, not Bryant's, not BB's listening style, but there's a respect there. But he references it in his horror movie.
And it's half a decade after this album. Half a decade.
And that was what was happening in 1986. So I love the idea that we're looking at a period of time and understanding what was going on Paul Stanley's head and but here's what we don't know. We don't know who Paul Stanley was listening to and respecting.
2112. Rush 2112.
Good point.
Okay. There you go. And there you go.
Yeah.
Another good story. You mix that with Bob Ezrin, who just came off the wall, who was like a 5th Kiss member because Kiss band players, guys, aren't playing piano. They're not playing all that orchestration.
No.
That's all Bob Ezrin doing that shit. He's like the 5th Kiss member.
Yeah. And he came off the 20. He wasn't involved.
He came off the wall. No, he came off the wall, but I think 2112 inspired Paul Stanley a little bit.
And was 2112 in 1980?
That was 78.
78. So there you go.
The Wall was 1980, which is what Bob Ezrin worked on right before he went to the Elder.
Okay, so we know.
Dig it, mostly radical. Radical.
You must be a musician.
You have become ultimately full on radical.
So, Dee Riggedy, we know that Rush was one of your influences. Is what early influences as a musician, as an artist, as was Kiss.
How many times have you seen Rush? How many times have you seen Rush?
I'd say about a dozen times.
Here's the thing, though. We don't know. We like nobody in this room knows. In this chat room knows if Paul Stanley fucking gave a fuck about Rush, because I certainly didn't. And honestly, I never vibed with them.
Rush was their opening band for like major tours. Rush blew him off the stage many a night.
Wow.
They blew him off the stage in J-Town.
Oh, fuck.
Really?
Well, there you go.
I didn't know that. I knew that.
That's musician wise, like Kiss's tunes. I mean, I like their songwriting too, but I like Rush's. Rush got a D&D thing. You guys should really listen to more Rush, because that's D&D music right there. It really is.
It's very, very prog. It's very, very prog rock. It's very, very analytical. It's very math rock. It's a little too sterile when it becomes so analytical.
Early 70s, like Fly By Night. Check out Fly By Night.
I like Fly By Night. I do like Fly By Night a lot. I like
There's a song called Rivendell on there, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, nice. Yeah. All right, we'll have to pull that up in a later episode. Future episode. Somebody
By Torn the Snow Dog. That's another song from that album. By Torn the Snow Dog.
Right.
Another episode. But the point is that Riggedy just confirmed that there is indeed a connection.
Paul Stanley knew about Rush.
Like literal connection between Rush and Kiss. They knew each other, like as artists and musicians.
They toured. Yes.
Yeah.
My God. Well, then, is this opening a mind door for you, Riggedy?
It really makes you wonder if Paul, and the fucking, and the crew and Like, this, just imagine them
inspired
sitting
by
backstage. He's like, Paul's like, I don't want to get laid right now. I really need to talk.
I just
But
want to
Bob
talk.
Ezrin, Bob Ezrin thought he was touched after the wall. He's probably thought and he probably sold Paul and all sorts of the shit that's going on here. I'm guessing, Paul. I'm guessing Bob Ezrin had a major a part into the sound of what's going on here. Because it doesn't sound like Kiss at all, man. The drums sound like Pink Floyd. It sounds like it sounds great. In ELO, it's like it's heavily produced with lots of orchestration. It's Bob Ezrin. You know, it's like a George Martin kind of player on the album.
Yes, the fifth Beatle himself. So we're entering into track number 5 or 4.
So we're doing this is track number 5. It's going to be Under the Rose. So this is 5 out of 11. And a runtime on it is we got 4 minutes and 51 seconds. Most of these, some of them are shorter. They're all under 5 minutes, so that's not bad.
Do we have a lyrics video for this?
Let's pull the lyrics up. That was cool to do that. That was cool.
Well, that's the way to keep everybody with it. There's
collage with lyrics.
I mean, they
what?
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh man!
For God's sake,
all right, here we go.
Yourselves down.
Right, all right. Track number 4.
5.
Under the Rose.
Number 5.
God damn it! And this is where our initiate meets mentor.
And though you have been chosen to begin, and yet you must be worthy of the prophecy. But seek and you shall find your destiny. The more you hurt, the less you feel the pain. And the more you change, the more you stay the same. But now before you lies a breast and hand. And from this boy you may become a man. Do you understand? Will you sacrifice? Do you take me home? Will you live your life? Under the
Holiness, all you will you sacrifice? Do you take me home? Will you live your life under the law?
Right on, mostly radical. That's what I wore earlier today. And damn it, I had to keep my keys someplace I can't speak of.
You can
Not on
really
Twitter.
hear the influence there from Ezra and The Wall.
Yep.
In that particular track, like that really stands out in that one for me.
Absolutely, I agree. And the vocals too, like the choices of how you're doing the reverb, how you're doing the delay. I mean, just the mix in general, but the vocal choice, like, I don't know, the tone of the voice, right? It's interesting.
Fanny pack Speedo. Yes. Smuggling plums, yo. Studded. Spiked plums.
Truth. All right, that's truth. That's some truth being spoke. Cannot be denied. It's all right. You got to show off your manhood sometimes to the bitches.
What do we? That was awesome. So I can see how you D&D guys dog that. Totally.
Right.
Like,
Right.
totally
Oh, man.
understand. I totally understand.
Streamline. This
The whole 2120 thing. Like, this is them guys looking to them. Did I get it right?
2112.
2112.
2112.
And saying,
And
like,
so-
we want to do something like this.
Yes.
You know, I think this is their
Storyboard.
inspiration. They've not been inspired. I didn't realize that Rush opened for Kiss so many years.
Oh man, back in the day, man. Yeah.
A Rush open
Crazy.
for everybody. Goddamn. But like,
They're so
yeah,
great.
and it's really interesting to think that this now, and it's that same era, which is fuck all fascinating to realize this is right. They left the like he went from The Wall to working with Kiss. Like this is like in the same like year's time. That's insane. That's insane. Because never would you put that two epic moments together. You know? Because this epic moment is so shit on, but it's so eternal to those who want to see great testosterone go into Helm's Keep.
Helm's Deep.
Yes, that too. Helm's Deep.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it though. You know, more today than I ever have. Again, thank you, fellas.
Right on.
You guys
Cool.
up for one more? You guys up for doing one more?
Absolutely.
Dark light,
What's
dark
next?
light.
Is
Dark
that
light
next in the tail? Is that next
It
in the
is.
story?
It is the next one here in the remastered version.
All right.
So this will take us halfway, basically.
Mm.
And it's a Freely song, Freely with lead vocals. So this will be cool.
Lou Reed is a co-writer. Lou Reed's a co-writer of the song.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Lou Reed. Oh my God, Reed is twice on here. Yeah, 3 times. There's Reed again. Is that who that is? Lou Reed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Blackwell, Dark Light, and A World Without Heroes that's not Lou Reed. Lou
Yes,
Reed,
that's Lou
the
Reed.
King
Yeah.
of New York.
That's Lou Reed. Yep.
Oh, holy shit barrels!
I didn't know. We never knew that until now. 40 years later.
Kiss is from New York. Kiss is from New York, man. They're New
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, they definitely are, man. No doubt
you
about it.
hear it in their
See 'em without their
accents.
makeup on. There's no fucking doubt.
true,
Paul
true.
Stanley's from New York.
Mhm. Listen to this Ace's voice. Yes.
I love it, man. All right, here we go.
Do we have a lyrics video for this, or go right into?
I hope
There
so.
are
That,
no lyrics videos that exist, so I'm just gonna put the lyrics on the side.
that last one was great.
Yeah, that was a nice little mix somebody put together. Thank you. Thank you, YouTube stranger.
Look out, 'cause there's something wrong. And you don't know what it is. Watch out, or it's Sodom and Gomorrah, the malevolent order. Right now, before it's much too late, before it's much too late, a dark light, a darkness never ending, a dark light. The devil gets his due, a dark night is everywhere descending, a dark light is coming for you. Now look up, well the skies are black, and they're getting darker all the time. Watch out for the things that you believe in. You're gonna be attacked and you won't know what it is. Wise up, you better watch your step, you better watch your step. A dark light, a darkness never ending, a dark light of perversion and hate. A dark night is everywhere descending, a dark light. There's no time to wait.
Ace Really Solo, go! What the bongos come from, I don't know. It's an interesting choice.
Look out for the death of love. There will be no more love. Watch out, it's yourself that you are fooling. You think you're fooling. Shout it out, it's a terrible thing, such a terrible thing. A dark light, a darkness never ending, a dark light. The sun is turning cool, a dark night is everywhere descending, a dark light is shining at you. Dark night.
All right, feel free to unmute.
It's shining at you.
Dee Dee. Riggedy Shizzle.
Yeah.
How you feel about that one? I mean, it's pretty cool. You got
It sounds the most like a Kiss song. It sounds the most like a Kiss song. That's for damn sure. Ace's voice. That's Ace. You know that's Ace.
Yeah.
I said that's why I like. That's why it's my favorite on the album, man. It sounds like.
feel you on that.
It has like there's a couple tunes on Dynasty that kind of have the sound that like this sound, you know, and then that's Unmasked is a little bit different. I mean, it's kind of going, but I hear the Kiss sound, and that's what I liked about it, and it definitely sounds like Kiss. And it
No
sounds like
doubt
Ace.
about that, man.
I love it.
Lyrics aren't they're it's interesting. I mean, how it plays into the story, and I wonder how they structured it to say you guys can take these options, these opportunities to write lyrics and still have it fit the story. Because I'm trying to do a story album right now, and I'm trying to work it out with poetry that's created by somebody else and still create the thread that connects everything together. And it's challenging in a sense. And I feel that this feels a little bit out of place, out of the Elder. What do the rest of you guys think? I love it. I love it.
Maybe you need some narration to help sand it, to help make the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, I think it fits. I think it definitely fits, man. It's
what
that song, in terms of fitting that song into the narration.
Dark Light.
Yeah.
Oh man, like it's the contrast.
Right. Exactly. It's the what is it in Neverending Story?
The nothing.
The nothing. Yeah. Dark Light is the nothing here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dark Light is the thing that's, threatening whatever this quest happens to be.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Fair. Just represents the bad guy, basically.
It just represents the end of whatever this is. The end of this reality, end of this universe, end of this time. It's the setting. It's
it is what the rose is constructed it from all time to counteract.
Right. Yeah.
So you have the dark light is everywhere descending, and you have the opposition that is nature and growth under the rose. The rose itself it has thorns. It can fucking fight back and protect itself, but it is that reaches to the white light. That's the rose, every floral. And then there's the dark light, which is the underworld, or the above so below, or in Stranger Things, how do they refer to it?
The upside down.
There you go.
I haven't done Stranger Things yet, but it's interesting because what was the year that takes place in the early 80s as well, right?
Yeah, that's like our age group, totally our age group.
Yeah, it's
when this was being released.
Yeah, 3 seasons. Each season is 1 year. It's 84, 85, 86.
Yeah.
84? Really?
First season is 84.
Cool.
And then 85 and then 86.
Right. Right.
It looks like we got a couple different proclaimed lyrics videos for this next one. If you guys are,
we doing another one? I'll do another one.
It's only 2 minutes and 41 seconds long. So,
which one is it?
Where's it
World
going?
Without Heroes.
World Without Heroes.
You know what? I would love to watch the performance on Fridays, which was a live performance. So in the 80s.
Song.
Yeah, they did this live on a TV show called Fridays.
Live on Fridays, right here it is.
There you go. So back in the day, there was Saturday Night Live, which everybody knows about. But here in the United States, there was a show called Fridays, which was a live sketch comedy show done on what night? Well, Fridays. And it was very drug referenced humor. If you've seen the movie Man on the Moon with Jim Carrey, being Andy Kaufman, they referenced this show. And we all know Kramer from Seinfeld. His first outbreak off of the stage and was on this sketch comedy show called Fridays. And that's where we saw Wendy and the Plasmatics.
Yeah,
we saw Devo.
Scotch tape on the nipples with whipped cream, fucking naked.
Shooting down the lights. She had like this Tommy gun and she shot the fucking lights down.
So all produced out of Second City, Chicago.
Is that where it was?
Yeah.
Really? No shit. Yeah, we saw the Cars. We saw Devo. We saw, God, who else? The Sparks. Who else? What other bands do we see on Fridays, you know?
Well, the Grateful Dead.
What was that?
Playing that.
I have no idea. That was loud, though.
It was loud.
God.
Hello, God. Is that
Hello?
you?
Is that
God,
Jesus?
are you fucking coming for me, God? We'll put him up, motherfucker.
Put him up, Jeebus.
You want that whipped cream?
Add
Where's
up,
his
always
edible
want whipped
nose?
cream. How do you know?
Mostly
Do you
red
know? Do
nose.
we know each other in real life? How do you know?
Because Wendell Williams had the whipped cream and the Kogan horn.
I'll show you some.
Kogan horn?
Yeah, it's like in what was it? Conan the Conqueror. You know, the horn. You know, they had to rip
That
off
was
the back.
that was the
Conan the Conqueror. Destroyer.
Destroyer, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Wendell Williams at a whipped cream. Kindred Spirits. Well, right on, Mostly Radical. And I'm going to tell you this real quick before we move back into this. Ad Hoc and I, our father's band that he became famous with in his own right was a band called
Wait.
Kindred
Share my
Spirits.
video, BB. Just share it. It's not going to be no audio. See, you can keep talking.
Oh, hey, I got huge. Oh, there she is.
Go ahead, T. Go ahead. There she is in whipped cream. Whipped cream with just tape on the nipples right there.
It's gonna be a little.
Wow.
What were you saying? T, we can't hear you. Did he mute himself?
He's doing something on a. I think he's talking to somebody else.
Well,
no, it's Jafar. It's Jafar.
She's got some she's got some of those
pickles, still pickles.
No, I think they're those darts. Remember the dart guns that she used to shoot those darts, you know, in the 80s, and she has them stuck on her nipples. Damn, they're sticking pretty fucking good right there. Let's hear what she's saying. Let's do a little punk rock. Shoving up your fucking good. Rev. All right, there's a little break for it. There's a little Wendy O. Williams for you.
Yo, I'm hitting the bricks, y'all. Hope you all have a good night. I'm gonna come calling it a night.
All right, we
Wait, 3 more minutes. Just stay with us for 3 more minutes.
I was hoping to get some Elder, and I think we got it, man. We're done with the Elder, right? So I was waiting it out. I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna hit the sack.
We're gonna do World Without Heroes live without you if you go.
All right, I'll do World Without
Otherwise,
Heroes. Then. I'll do World Without Heroes.
All right. I don't know how we lost the monk, but we'll do.
He got a phone call. He had a phone call there.
He's the one that called out the live on Fridays. Cool whip. Hey, where are you guys from out there that are commenting on this stuff? Like, what city are you from in the world?
Cool.
Switches worldwide. Trying to kill some time here for TK. Peace out, really shitty.
Yes, that was Cool Whip on Wendy O. Williams.
Yeah, if you like punk rock, look her up. Should we roll without TK?
No, I'll wait for him. He might have to. I don't know unless he's like hanging with the children or something.
No, the kids are asleep. I'm sure of that.
Unless they're not, and that's why he had to go upstairs.
Yeah, usually he cues us as to why he's leaving the screen. So
I'm betting something with the dog.
I'm slightly concerned that he left without alerting us as to why, and that there was a phone call involved. So
there was a phone call involved. I saw that.
Yeah, not sure about that, but well, maybe we do continue. Maybe we do continue for next week. Maybe this is a good time for us to leave it off.
That's cool. That's cool. Or I'll check it out on my own if you guys want to. If you guys are staying late for him.
I like the direction this is going. I like the fact. Dog.
Yeah, they got a puppy dog, TT. They've had it for I don't know a month or so now, I think.
Couple few months, yeah.
Yeah.
A few at least, yeah. I think 2 or 3.
But name. Twister or something like that.
Twister, the White Walker, yeah.
Nice.
She has eyes of the White Walker. They're like this piercing sky blue that seem to emanate light. T, what happened to you?
The puppy needed to go out.
Are you the only one capable of taking the puppy out? What's going on here?
I am the master of the beast. I may be called the Beast Master.
You got a phone call that was like, the dog needs your diaper. change. Her needs her diaper changed.
You must also understand, as my life is as an artist, my hours are fluid. And those people that aren't on a fluid creative outlet.
I'm trying to sleep here. The dog's fucking being a bitch. Can you take care of this right now? That's the phone call you got. Okay, got it. All right, we're gonna move
I'm not going to get into that mindset because otherwise.
Oh, I'm being negative? I'm being negative. I sometimes do that. This is probably why I'm not in a relationship. Conversation for another time.
That's a long conversation.
It is. I thought it was going to go this direction. I was actually ready to have a conversation about relationships tonight because everybody is either in one or not in one, right? Like those are your two
Right
choices.
now,
Like,
we're in
human,
a relationship with 4 other human beings.
Some people have 1 foot in though, and some people have 1 foot out.
Oh man,
it's true. You either yourself, and you have your other half.
And I love that there's
very
all
healthy
different kind of
to have
ways
an
to
other
do
half.
relationships. Like it's not the white picket fence and 2 kids anymore. Like that's everybody kind of deems that bullshit. And if you have it, that's great. If you can make it work, better.
By
It's
the way,
about making
speaking
it
of white
work
picket
and short.
fences, did anybody or everybody catch up on WandaVision?
Not
No,
yet.
I'm
no,
like
it's
I'm
on
3
fucking Disney
episodes in.
Plus. Who owns Disney Plus?
I do.
I do.
Fuck Disney Plus.
I like
Episode-
Star Wars Rebels, The Mandalorian, and WandaVision is interesting.
I won't ruin anything, but the end of episode 5 was awesome.
Awesome. Episode 5 is awesome. Okay.
I've been waiting for
For
it.
anybody out there that watches WandaVision,
do you
that's for
think?
you. For the rest
What
of
do you
us, we'll get there sometime. So what we're gonna do right now, just to conclude this, it is 12:30. It's pretty early on the East Coast here on New York City time, on Ace Frehley time, we'll call it.
Yes.
And
Back in the New York groove.
Riggedy Shiznle.
Let's do it. Riggedy Sizzle.
Yeah, damn it. What's wrong with you, man?
Jizzity Wriggle. Jizzity Wriggle. Next week
Wiggle?
it's gonna be Jizzity Wriggle.
Next
might
week,
be. We don't
next
know. He
week-
shows up with a different name every week.
Yeah, dude. Next week you gotta be Sizzity Wriggle.
Jizzity Wriggle.
Yeah, Sizzity Wriggle.
I'll have to tune in and find out.
You gotta tune in and find out. That's right. Tune in and find out, bitch. We gotta keep you hanging. So everybody out there in Twitch land, thank you for joining us. This will be our last video of the night. And then we'll come back. And next week we're probably gonna come back and finish this album. It makes sense to do this show. And I don't know about Monk and BB, but I mean I like doing album reviews. I think we're onto something here new.
I love this.
Yeah,
We're all musicians. We have different people. You guys, we got some pretty positive feedback out there, right? About somebody said this is titties. I think.
And titties, they're life giving.
Titties are universally good. That's a universal thumbs up.
It's lactation-rific.
So we'll see what happens.
True. Life-giving lactation.
Are you playing the last one?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Once again, here is Kiss.
Herbie Hancock is titties. You're right.
No lyrics. You're gonna have to decipher them yourself.
World without the sun, you can't look up to anyone without heroes. World without heroes is like a never-ending place. It's like a time without a place, a pointless thing devoid of grace. Where you don't know what you're after, or if something's after you, and you don't know why, you don't know the world without heroes. that a useless thing? Where you don't know what you're after, or if something's after you, and you don't know what you don't know. There's nothing to be. There's no place for me.
So right on, produced as well. It makes you wonder what was done live. There were keys in that, you know.
I thought maybe that was maybe a live vocal played over
Correct.
a tape.
Correct. Yeah, it was definitely live vocals, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But nevertheless,
Paul did the guitar solo note for note perfectly, though.
Look
If it was air guitar.
the finger
And
reader.
it was a nice guitar solo he took.
He was like, dude, like Ace is so fucking drunk, he won't be able to air guitar.
Ace is just like,
yeah. He was like, he's like,
That's what I was like,
Ace,
this
there's
isn't
no
real.
way,
That's
no way Ace is gonna sell this guitar solo. I'll do it.
No, I think that was one of the things why I thought Ace wasn't playing all the solos, because he wasn't. Paul was actually taking them. Paul takes solo. That was Paul taking that solo right there, man.
Ace was in bad shape on this album.
Well, Ace took a solo, took half the solo, and then Paul took the second half. Ace's was.
Oh yeah, this was his last.
I think no. There
Creatures
was
of the Night. Creatures of the Night.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know how much he played on it though.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
We were researching that. So last time, what are you calling yourself these days? Shizzle. Riggedy and I hung out. We listened to Creatures of the Night. We listened to a nice chunk of it, man.
Yeah, we did. It was a good time.
And we researched a bit, and he wasn't. Ace wasn't 100% there, man.
Yeah,
for those recordings.
I remember reading some stuff around Elder too. I remember either interviews or something. I remember reading something somewhere about the difficulties with Ace around Elder and.
Well, they recorded Ace's parts in his house. Ace didn't go into that. Was one of the remote studios. Was Ace's house. Yeah.
Wow.
Share my screen for a second.
So he probably laid his guitar tracks. He probably didn't even go into the studio.
Here we have this is Ace Frehley's wiki, and what we have here is with Kiss in the studio, music from the Elder. You got 74 to 81, and then there's nothing until Psycho Circus.
Creatures of the Night. He's not even on Creatures. He's on the cover of Creatures of the Night.
I mean, I don't know why it's not listed here though. So let's check it out.
Search Creatures of the Night.
I think he's definitely on Creatures. Like,
well, I mean, T and I did take a look at this. He's on there. This is definitely his last record, and I don't think he plays. He definitely doesn't play on the whole thing from what we read.
And he might have started playing on it, but they're like, nah, not good enough. We got to get somebody else to. He might have written it, but you couldn't pull it off.
This is Creatures of the Night, and what we have are the writers, which is mostly Paul Stanley,
Bryan Adams,
Vince. Yeah, Vinnie Vincent, Jim. These other cats.
Yeah. Well, Vinnie Vincent was the guy, right? He was the guy.
Look, there's Bryan Adams.
That can't be the same Bryan Adams.
It is.
What the what? What the what?
Yeah, man.
Come now. Rock and Roll Hell by Bryan Adams.
I just saw an interview with Bryan Adams about that. He was talking about it. He wrote that with the drummer Eric Carr.
Man, were they doing cocaine
That's
on
what he
the
said.
back of a
It was a different song, not that
Fucking
song.
prostitute's ass? That's
Ace
impossible.
Frehley credited as band member, but does not play right
At
there.
all.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Bob Kulick. That's Bruce Kulick's brother. He was the guitar player. Bruce Kulick was a guitar player for Kiss after Animalize. Like from Animalize on. Mark St. John was on Animalize and Bruce Kulick. But Bruce Kulick's brother was the guy that took Ace's part here.
Cray.
Wow.
All the day long.
This guy right here, Grammy Award winning fucking American guitarist, man. And record producer.
He was the man. He was the guy that's taking Ace's parts. He was playing Ace's parts.
Cooper,
Badass,
Meatloaf,
dude. Fucking
Wasp,
badass in his
Lou
own
Reed.
right, though. Who is this? Like, nobody ever heard of this guy, but look at him. He worked with numerous acts: Kiss, Wasp, Alice Cooper, Lou Reed, Meatloaf, and Michael Bolton, which is quite diverse when you throw Mike Bolton in there. But he's from Brooklyn, so they all got the Brooklyn connection.
Yeah, now like I said, his brother became their guitar player after him, or after Vinnie Vincent.
Well, I applaud you for your musical references there, Briggity. Great job, man. That's like really good. Kiss some good. Kiss
But the
history.
Bruce Kulick, Bruce Kulick and Bob Kulick.
Like you're pulling out some obscure names there that
out of your
you know, they're pretty awesome. So that's cool. So everybody watching this, you're watching the real deal right now. So
we drink and we know things.
We would drink and we know things. And there was something. What did you say at the beginning of this? That we were like, that was pretty good.
Tough to say. I say a lot of things.
You have to rewind to the beginning of this because the monk said
So
something.
we drink and we think. We I don't know.
Thank you. We drink and we know things and all that kind of stuff. All right, guys. Well, hey, listen, it's been great hanging out. We do this every week.
Every Wednesday from 9 to 11, and then the after party starts at 11:03.
Yes.
All right. Rev, are you interested any day this week in listening to the story, or you don't want to listen to it right now after we sign off, or do you? Or are you still
maybe not tonight, but definitely if you give us a message in the next couple of days.
Yeah, okay. It's about a 20-minute read, so
yeah, it's fine.
All right, I'll send you something.
Do it tomorrow.
Right on.
Yeah, tomorrow would work like around 11:30 my time, which would be that's kind of late for you.
Just hit me up with a message whenever it's good, and I'll just message you back tomorrow.
Yeah, good.
So what you must know is you're definitely the big room attracts those of like mind, and those like minds are creative minds. We have writers, we have musicians, we have artists of all aspects. Yes. We have a
Thanks for sticking around.
Yes, TT. So there's
out.
a lot of magic of the creative aspect, the manifestors, the alchemists. Yes, we all gather here. We have history together that hasn't begun yet, and that has always been, and that is what occurs here in the big room. Welcome.
Magic that we have met along the way.
Met along the way.
Goodbye, all.
I'm scarred for life, but I'm set for life, and I'm set for life, but I'm scarred for life, and I'm coming at you. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking psycho, fucking insane.
That's the fucking chorus right there.
You nailed it, dude. You nailed it. You nailed it, and you visually transformed into fucking Joe Rogan.
You did.
You fucking,
Joe Rogan, yeah.
Yeah, you did. You visually transformed into Joe Rogan.